When a young child is old enough to dig holes, it is useless for a father to get angry and say, "Don't dig." He would not say to a tree, "Don't grow." A wise parent understands that playing is part of the growing of a child, part of the business of learning how to be a man. Young trees and young children will need careful attention for a long time. A wise man never plants more trees than he can care for. Fewer trees, well spaced, properly cultivated, will grow better than many trees planted too close together. It is a foolish man who brags, "Look how many trees I have planted," forgetting that he may not be able to care for them properly, forgetting how much water young trees need. The care of boys and girls continues even when they are almost fully grown. It is a different kind of care when the child is older, a kind of care that can help a girl like Petra in her effort to think and feel and act by herself, more grown up. One way young children learn to be grown up is by imitating, in their play, the things grown-ups do. The older ones learn in the same way. But what they do is not so much imitating, not so much play. It comes very close to living the way grown-ups do. At this age, boys often feel that they have to show that they are...
So, is it always better, as we were discussing just now in pre-chat, is it always better to be the one being pursued rather than being the pursuer? Because I feel like it's so much better being pursued, being chased after. It's so much nicer. We're live, by
That
the
is
way.
a great question, Charis. Yeah. No. Sorry, I was just taking a second to think about it, but that is a good clarification. Yeah. So I'm inclined to agree for the most part that it is better to. It's just a better, easier, more fun experience. But with the caveat that I can imagine sometimes it might be worse depending on who's pursuing you. Like if it's someone that is someone you're really not into and has trouble taking a hint and is, just someone you really don't want to see or has other qualities that make them not, the kind of person that you would want. I can see how that might make things a little awkward if you have to, refuse them, especially if it's multiple times. So that's the only caveat I suppose I would offer. But yeah, in general, I agree.
Because it feels like you're the one in control. Like you can decide how this plays out. If the other person's falling in love, it's like it's a game. And this is like, have you heard of the anime Kaguya-sama Love is War? It's an anime manga.
I haven't seen it, but the name does sound familiar.
Okay, because the premise is like the two people who, it's because it's a romance, it's a rom-com. And I hate those, but I really like this one because the premise is very, to me at least, it's so honest and interesting. The premise is the two main characters, like the two main protagonists who fall in love with each other, are both super geniuses in like high school or whatever, and they're like part of this like high school club, activities club. And they are super geniuses in every aspect, academically speaking, and also just like in general, their IQ is like 500 or whatever. It's ridiculous, right? It's silly and it's ridiculous, and it's very clearly you're supposed to not take their thing, their exaggerated intellect at surface value. But the interesting twist is they both have a crush on each other, and the way they see it is love is war. So rather than So they, because they both have feelings for each other, and I think at the beginning they don't know that the other person has feelings for them. They're trying to make the other person admit feelings first, because that's the sign of defeat to them. They're like, if you admit feelings for the other person, then you lose, because then it's like, you've laid your heart flat out, and they can choose to reject you or to accept you, and that's the ball's entirely in their court, and that's scary. And that's why it's like it's always good to win, and because they've been so competitive their whole lives, the anime like series revolves around them doing going to absurd lengths to try to impress the other person, but to never let slip that they actually have a crush on them.
That is a funny premise.
I really it's the only good rom-com, okay guys, it's the only good one. Every other one terrible, this one very, very good. Anyways, no, and I think that resonates with me. I feel like that makes sense, like you want to be the one pursued, like obviously barring situations where, for example, the other person can't take a hint and is potentially even like stalkerish and is just someone who's like a horrible person who you don't want to be around, who can't take no for an answer, right? Then that sucks. But generally, I would prefer being the object of admiration than to be an admirer, because it feels so hopeless, feels so like powerless to be an admirer.
I suppose in a way it does, but here's another worry I have though. If somebody is pursuing you, and like let's suppose they can take a hint, like they're like a reasonably good person, but you're just not into them, isn't it just awful feeling to have to like say no and turn them down and like break their heart? That's what I would worry about, I suppose. Maybe you don't care.
You could already tell by my measured response that I actually care. No, I don't know. It's. I feel like I'm better at rejecting people than the average person.
Oh, you have a lot of experience in this area, it sounds like.
the level of conceit required to even utter such a sentence. On average, I must be better than the average person at rejecting other people's advances. It must be true. Because I have so much more experience than everyone else, because I'm so much more desired, etc., etc. No, actually, on a serious note, I don't know. I don't know. Because it does feel bad rejecting somebody, but I don't ever, when I reject someone, I don't go like, stop talking to me forever. I just go like, it's unfortunate because, I don't see you the same way, but we can like hang out. We can be friends. We can, I'm not going to block you off as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I feel like other people feel that pressure because they might think like, they might be worried, oh, what if the other person, misunderstands my intentions or whatever. But I feel like my intentions are made so clear that I don't worry about that. What do you think?
Yeah, no, that kind of line has always irritated me when people say, oh, like it might be misinterpreted. And my thought to that has always been, okay, then just like say how you don't want your actions to be interpreted. Just tell them. And then like you can still be friends and such, and it doesn't have to ruin the friendship or anything like that. So yeah, very much agreed on that. And I think that, when you're expressing an affection of your own towards someone else, there is this sense of, oh, you're making yourself vulnerable. And if the shoe was on the other foot, if the other person were the one expressing their love for you, like there is a certain power in that and a certain sense of, oh, like, I'm the one being chased. But I suppose to me, the element of being the one to express my love for someone else, something that I just really feel drawn to about that, I suppose, is the sense that even if they say no, at least I can look back on it and be proud of myself that I tried, proud of myself that I put myself out there. Whereas if I have to reject someone, then I do think there is a way of, if you reject someone in the way that you were describing and, you're very nice and very mature about it and still open to being friends, I absolutely think that a person can be proud of themselves for that. But for some reason, it's just harder for me, I guess, to get into that state of mind where, like, if I look back or if I imagine times of rejecting someone else, there's just something about it that I guess is not as, maybe it's just not as dramatic, I suppose, as as being the one who's rejected. Like when I think of, okay, dramatic moments of my life, and I think, oh yes, that one time I confessed my crush to this girl and she turned me down. To me, like that's just a moments like that are ones that stand out much more than, oh yes, that the one time that person confessed to me and I had to turn them down. Maybe it's just that I'm a sucker for that kind of drama. I'm in my heart, I am forever a teenage girl, I suppose.
I love that. Yeah, like you bring that up, that is weird, because now that I'm thinking about it, I think I remember rejecting people more vividly than being rejected. Because I think when when you're being rejected, you're kind of like tuning it out. You're kind of like, damn, okay, I guess I'm not here now. I don't exist. I'm not real. And you like this. Okay, maybe you don't do this, but like, you disassociate. You start going like, well, nothing's real anyways. It's okay, and you float away. Your consciousness just kind of like leaves your body. But then like when I'm rejecting someone, I feel like I need to be present. I need to be mindful of the other person's feelings. I have to like display a certain level of like maturity and also just acceptance and like not cold heartedly mercilessly going like, actually all of your feelings are invalidated, haha, right? Like I feel so much more in the moment, and like I think of there's this like quote from I'm gonna reference another anime because we're VTubers. There's like a quote from one part of Full Metal Alchemist where one of the soldiers says like, and it might not be from that originally, it's just like this is just where this is the last place I remember hearing it, where you should, and this was a sniper in a war describing how he remembers every kill because to him it's like, oh, this is just another person who's dying, right? But to the person he kills, it's like that is their final moment of their life, and he honors this by carving that moment into his memory very deeply for every person he has to kill. And I thought that was interesting. That's almost the way I see it.
Yeah, no, I actually do see the parallel there, absolutely. Sometimes there's a sense that the world does not permit us to honor others in the fullness that we might if we were omnipotent, for example. Sometimes the most we can do is just to carve a specific moment in our memory. But the fact that we still do that, I think that does count for something. Mm-hmm. And so, yes, I can understand where that sniper is coming from, and where you're coming from when you when anyone is forced to snipe people's feelings, so to speak, by turning them down, but at least remembering that moment and trying to do so in as gently a way as possible. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I absolutely identify with that.
Also, hello chat, sorry, we greet people here, yes we do. I thought after a round of tomatoing, I thought the next thing everyone was laying on me was like a threat to murder, because like I saw like Tia I think first posted this where it was like the scales and then like a fire axe and then a chair, and I thought that was hieroglyphic speak for I will kill you, Charis Euphranor. And I didn't realize until a little later on, no, it's like you are Axe. You are like Axiom. Who are you again? Who could you introduce yourself like 16 minutes in, or like 15 minutes in, however long into the stream, who you are?
Yeah, well, first of all, I mean, it could be both interpretations, right?
Right.
So yes, hello chat, hello everyone. I am Axion, and I am a philosopher VTuber. Most of you all probably know me, but if not, it's wonderful to meet you, and I'm glad to be here with my colleague Charis Euphranor.
Hello. We're colleagues in the loosest sense. But today, who are we though? What is our relationship today?
I suppose we're two like dudes trying to pick up monster dates or something.
I was thinking like wingmen. I was thinking we would be each other's wingmen.
Oh yeah.
Because I understand, from what I understand, the game is multiplayer, and it is possible to sabotage the dates for the other person. That's like is that right?
Oh, it's like PvP.
Yeah, like it could be.
I wasn't
like
expecting
you could both
that.
compete for the same
Okay.
girl, right? Or like the same person, right?
I see. It doesn't give us the option of just like both dating
No,
her.
it's like you you can't. Yeah, there's no this is
Okay.
one of those many games where like monogamy is like strictly enforced. So I know you would have something to say about that.
Well, if it's in the service of making a better game, a more dramatic and more competitive game,
Mhm.
I suppose I understand.
Right. But like also you don't even have to go after the same love interest to also just sabotage your the other person's success anyways. Like I think is how the way the game is structured. Now, I personally think that even for my own selfish gain, I could never, even if I hated you, Axion, I could never sabotage a date you were on, because that would reflect poorly on me and it would make me very unattractive and unsexy, which is not good, because my soul would probably just reflect that malice and that like ill intent, and it just my potential romantic partner probably wouldn't be into that, unless they are, in which case, you know, I guess all is fair. Oh.
Yeah, no, I like that way of seeing it too. I think how many dates I go on does not matter much to me. Only virtue matters, and it would not be virtuous.
Actually, I my virtue is contingent entirely upon how much the monster girl likes me. Do you also have a my moral compass leaving me as soon as the villain is hot thing going on, or?
Ooh, that's a good question. Well, I'll have to look back and consult my experiences. Who's the last hot villain that I saw? Mm. Okay. It's really bad that I'm thinking the first thing I thought of, because I guess it's been a while since I've actually played a game with a villain, but lately I've been practicing Super Mario Brothers, and for some reason I thought of Bowser. I think because my brain just went to like, okay, villain, and now like who's the hot villain, and I'm still stuck at the villain stage. Well, he does breathe fire. Maybe that's
yes,
a sense
by
of...
the strictest requirements, that would be a hot villain. That's true. That's
I
true.
see.
I was thinking like,
Yeah.
what was I thinking? I was thinking Hela from like the Thor movies, but I'm thinking of like real actors, so I guess it's a little different. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes I forget there are real movies too.
There's starting like actors that I find attractive to play villains, but I'm like, but maybe that's cheating, because I'm finding like, no, it's not, because I'm not finding the actor like attractive. I'm finding the character attractive. That's what's going on with me sometimes, on occasion, and then maybe my morals leave like a little bit, or do they? I find that like
would I be inclined?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I find that I tend to imitate people I like. I was wondering if you do the same, like just in little bits.
Mm-hmm. I think sometimes if someone is talking to me in a certain way, and like let's say that they're maybe feeling a bit lethargic and are just kind of speaking pretty slowly, I might, you know, mirror that a little bit. Whereas if they're like really excited and animated, maybe I'll mirror that a little bit more than I normally would. So yeah, in that sense, I can see how my actions might be influenced by how the other presents themselves.
Like if you're running, then you don't want to, like you're running with someone else, you don't want to, you want to match their pace, right? I guess is the way I would put it.
Right. Yeah, and that makes a good analogy, I think, for a lot of social interactions too. It's like, yeah, if somebody is telling you about something that they did and they're really excited about it, and you just have like a deadpan face and are just going like, yeah, like you know, that's just not not really good. But you know, by showing like, oh, like you can be excited about it too, it's kind of a way of, I guess, showing consideration.
I was gonna ask, not to put you on the spot here, which is to say that I'm going to put you on the spot here.
It's fine. Yeah, chat does it all the time. Everyone else does it all the time. I don't mind.
Do you have any like interesting? You don't you can just say no, like it was boring, right? But like, do you have any interesting like anecdotes on love? Sorry, before we do that, sir, 1 second before I ask you this question, I've noticed I've been informed that chat doesn't work. Apparently, people can't type anything. Only emotes. Apparently, I don't know why. I didn't do this. I didn't do this.
I was wondering why there were so many emotes and like
Nobody's saying anything. Everyone's unusually polite, huh?
Wait, I'll give it a test comment.
On? Yeah, maybe me too.
Or I'll try it.
Hello world. I can type. Okay, I can.
Yeah,
type
mine's
just
showing
fine.
up too.
Does it show up if you type in?
Well, at least it shows up for me. I don't know if other people.
I actually don't see your comment. What's going on?
Oh,
What's
no.
wrong with YouTube? What? Okay, I have to fix this. Do I have to fix this? How do I fix this? Also, people hate the stream already. I don't know why, but there's like 6 dislikes. People hate this. Everyone hates this stream. I can't. I swear, this is not intentional. I'm not intentionally trying to take away people's rights. Usually, that's like a move I would make, but this time it wasn't me. So I understand your frustrations in thinking it would be me. It's not though. Anyone can comment. Comments are on. Sort by top. Okay. But those are comments. How do I do like stream settings? How do I do that? Customization. Live chat is enabled. Yeah. Participant mode, anyone. That's all enabled. That's all fine.
YouTube has been having kind of a weird week though, so maybe it might just be some residual weirdness.
That is so strange. Nothing's working. I can't. What? 1984. Yes, except it wasn't me this time, which is concerning. Because if it were me, then I wouldn't be concerned. I would, because it would have been the one to do it. But, sorry. Now let me come back to the question before we begin. Sorry. Did you have something to say?
Well, just that it looks like Zero's made a chat in the Discord for a thread in the Discord for anyone who wants to chat there. And then I see, Tia has made a point on something else we can touch on, but I'll save that for after you introduce your question.
Okay. I got a request actually. So I'm gonna ask that question first. A request from this is from @TiaFair, okay? Ask Axion to tell you the fangirl stories if you see this. What are the fangirl stories?
Oh, the fangirl stories, yeah. So I think, a while back, that was the comment from Tia that I told you about, so it looks like we were looking at the same comment, but yeah, a while back, and I don't even know how the conversation got started, but Tia and I were talking about something, and the topic of fangirls came up, as it sometimes does. And
right.
I think Tia, I think the question that she asked me was something like, is it ever strange? Like, does it ever feel strange when I, act like a fangirl around you? And I said, no, like it really doesn't, feel that weird. Like I've had fangirls before, it's not really that like unusual. I think, and when I said that, she was like really curious, like, ooh, like tell me some stories. Like, what other fangirls have you had? And so I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this could be fun. This could be interesting. Back in the day when I was a camp counselor, I would say, and this wasn't just me, by the way, I think, this was a fairly normal thing to happen at camp, but sometimes I could sense that, certain campers had a crush on me, as they sometimes do, on camp counselors. And so every once in a while they would like, say like, oh, like you're so cool, whenever they would like see me, like, like outside, or like come like running up to greet me, and like it was really like adorable and everything. But
yeah.
And then a few others, like when I was teaching, I would sometimes have students that I sensed might have somewhat of a crush on me just from the way that they acted. And one time actually, and this was really something that was quite a compliment and something that I really appreciated that the other person did, but after I got finished teaching a class one day, I saw another teacher almost like hiding outside of the door. Like she was listening to the class, but it looked like she didn't want herself to be seen. And so when I noticed her, I walked outside just to kind of see her. And I said like, hey, what's up? Like, in a nice way, obviously, like, what are you doing like out here? And she said, I want to see what it is that you're doing in these classes because these kids worship you. was what she said. And I was like, oh, huh, that's intriguing. Like I, wasn't trying for that. But sometimes, students or people just in general will start kind of like a meme IRL about someone, and it just sort of evolves. And I think, occasionally that kind of thing has happened. So that was, yeah, those are, I guess, the fangirl stories that I think Tia is referring to.
So it was like a whole. So you're saying it started off maybe as like a genuine, like, people, actually, I don't know when to ask this, so I'll just ask this now. Was it all fangirls, or did you have any fanboys?
Ooh, that's a good question too. I mean, I think I was, at least in some context, yeah, I've been pretty popular with boys, the boys too. It wasn't just the girls. When I was at a camp, or at that same nerd camp where I was a counselor, so back then there was a shirt that some people made of me, and it just had like me like doing a pose on the front, and on the bottom it said, what would well, it used my IRL name, which I guess is open, so I will just say it. It said, "What would Harry Chalmers do?" was on the shirt, and people actually like got it and like wore it around camp, and that was kind of. I think it wasn't like a super serious thing. It was kind of like a meme that just people started and thought was funny, but yeah, like it wasn't just the girls.
I was gonna ask that next, like if it was like a, like, was it? It definitely didn't start off as a joke, but you're saying it kind of over time it evolved into this running joke that everyone loves Harry. Like everyone's a big fan. We all have a crush on him. Was that the vibe?
I think so. Yeah, for most of them. I mean, I think there were a few who actually did have like crushes, but yeah, for most people, it wasn't like a genuine crush. It was just kind of like, oh, like this is someone who's nice, and like we, enjoy having this sort of like pretend cult of personality around.
I can see the dropping of the pretend there in that sentence. Honestly, I can see it. I can see it. Would you? Do you think you would be surprised? Probably not, right? If the same shirt happened, but it was like, what would Axion do?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good question. Maybe that would be like the first piece of merch.
In the same pose.
I would be a little surprised if the first piece of merch ended up taking that form and kind of just like rising organically from the community. But maybe not, super surprised. Something like that might happen for you though. You never know, because like you have fangirls too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh well,
it's not just me here.
Well, where do I even begin? Oh, I must not delay the stream too much by going into all of my escapades and worshiping and all that. No, I do think, like, on maybe a slightly more serious note, I think it's it is a fantastic. There are, to me, there are a few feelings that are better than feeling appreciated and feeling liked. And I think like having fangirls or like being crushed on or whatever is one way to validate those feelings. But I think just the general, like, yes, this person's great, Charis is reliable and dependable and a nice person, and just like a passing thing that you're not there for. They're not saying it in front of you, but maybe you hear about it or you hear from it, or this is how other people talk about you behind your back. Like, that feels so good. That feels so feels so validating.
Yeah, no, I agree. That is the best, when they don't tell you directly, but like you overhear, oh, such and such person was speaking very highly of you, and then you're like, oh well.
What was your
then like
favorite...
it's almost like it comes from the heart, like they're not just flattering you.
Yes. What was your favorite compliment? Do you remember? Your favorite compliment you've ever received?
Nerd camp in particular, or like during the time I was a
general.
teacher? Oh. In general.
Maybe like romantically related, and maybe not even. Like, it depends on which one's the more interesting answer, honestly.
Yeah, I think my favorite compliment that someone can give me is when they tell me that something that I've done or said or written has helped them to think about something more deeply, because that's something that I really try to help, is to inspire thought and reflection in people, whether their opinions end up agreeing or disagreeing with mine. Just I hope to be a force for inspiring people to reflect more and to reach that level of greater understanding, whatever it ends up looking like in their case. And so when people tell me that I've had that effect, that always does mean a lot to me. How about you?
Honestly, I love that. I just want to say I love that. That might be. That's one that's very apt. That makes perfect sense. But also, I remember that something similar being said to me, and feeling very much the same way as well. Like I felt like, yes, this is my purpose. This is everything. Is I made somebody think. I made somebody think about themselves and their lives, or just something around them, something about the world, and that is so that compliment feels really good. That's definitely one of my, if not probably my favorite compliment as well. It's funny that because that was my first thought too when I asked the question. Was I was thinking you would say this, and I was thinking, because that's the answer in my head too. Yes, I feel the same. I think my favorite compliment was like that Charis, you really, like, somebody saying something along the lines of, Charis, you really inspired, you have like an intellectual aura around you, is what that person said. I was like, what does that mean? I said, because I'm 60 years old, and they were like, well, it's like you make me, like, when I'm around you, I just want to like think about stuff. And I was like, oh, like, is it because when I say something? And they were like, no, just being around you, I feel like I should think about things. I was like, that's convenient. Huh? I didn't know I had an AoE effect. Interesting.
that's what I was thinking of. Is like, it's like an RPG. Yeah.
Like a +5 intellectual aura around me. People come around.
No, I mean, that is an amazing compliment. Because I think, like if I were a character in RPG, like, that's the kind of stat I would want to have. So for somebody to tell you that you have that stat IRL, that is super cool.
We're both support players, is what you're saying. Are we both like banner support players that have like a rallying aura that's like, come here for extra stats? Is that who we are?
I suppose so, but
yes,
with the caveat that maybe we can also be like the protagonist, or like, main character, whatever.
I mean, I feel like you would be the main character if everyone huddled around you. You know what I mean? Like, you standing there and everyone's trying to get in on that circle, right?
Yeah, that I hadn't thought of it in quite that way, but I suppose so. And it kind of makes me think of, not that I have much experience playing Diablo, but you know how, like, if you're playing the Necromancer and you have like your army of like undead, and they kind of like gather around you, and
yes,
you can like, use them to do things. Not that it's the most flattering comparison, but
you're all, I'm just imagining. Everyone in chat is dead to us. That's the comparison.
But the undead warrior, at least they're pretty cool, I suppose, in their own right. But yeah, that was just the first thing I thought of there.
Yes. All right. Enough stalling. Enough stalling. I have finally downloaded the game that I almost forgot to download. We're gonna play Monster Prom. You've played this before. Do you mind maybe giving us a brief introduction to? I'm gonna go into the game now. I'm wondering if everyone can see this, and I'm wondering if you can give me
I guess we'll have to set up. We'll set up an online thing while I sort of talk about the the game to people. So anyway, the basic premise of this game is that you're a student at a monster high school, and you are looking for a date to prom. And that's really about it for the premise. It's not a very, there's not a lot of backstory, I suppose, to this game. But one thing that I suppose is distinctive about this game when it comes to dating sims is that it does have a multiplayer component, which I was not expecting when I first loaded up the game, or when I first downloaded it. And I really don't know for sure how the multiplayer works, or at least I don't know that many details of it. So while I have played the game before, it was only the single player portion. This will be the first time for both Charis and me playing the multiplayer. So please be gentle on us, chat.
Okay, how the hell do I do it? I'm sorry. I made the mistake of like showing the lobby ID and then I immediately closed out and made a new one. So to anyone who was wondering, no, that's invalid now. How do I was gonna just tell you the lobby ID, forgetting that I was on stream. Can't hang on.
Well, yeah, we can just I'll copy it.
Okay, so then you join the lobby and then we just start, right? Is that how that works?
Should be.
Okay.
Okay, looks like we're in there.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh wait, no. Okay, never mind. Okay, let me go into the game now. Let me mute my BGM. Okay, we're in Monster Prom. Okay.
Yes, indeed we are.
How long do we want to play?
I feel like I could do a full game, but I wouldn't mind a shorter one. Either one's fine for me.
I feel like also volume check is everyone. Can everyone? Okay, you can't type apparently, but like can you use your can you use the emoji and the power and the creative interpretation of language to tell me if the volume is fine? There's no volume? No, because I muted it just now, but now it's here. So everyone tell me now if the volume is okay. I'm gonna assume it's okay. Because I don't want to be, because if it's too loud, then they can't hear you, Alex, right? Okay.
I suppose that's true. Yeah.
It's good. Okay.
It stands to reason.
Why is a long game 60 minutes and a short game 45 minutes? A short game should be like 30 minutes. Why would a short game be like 3/4 of the original length? That's not short. It might be cut short, but then it's not, whatever. Look at the snake here. This is 3 snakes. This is 1 snake. This is 60 minutes and this is 45. Makes no sense to me. Okay, well, sorry.
I think what it is if I remember correctly, it presented you with the same option in the single player game, or it presents the player with that same option. And when you're playing it single player, I think the short game actually is shorter. It's maybe like 20 or 30 minutes. But I guess maybe the multiplayer just makes it take a bit longer.
Okay. I'm gonna do 60 minutes. Would you like to read, or actually, how should we do it?
That's a good question. Maybe we can just occasionally alternate, and because I'm trying to think of if we try to like pick particular characters, that might be a little bit complicated for this.
But we can do that. I feel like we could just like decide. Oh, yeah? We can decide very quickly when we see a character if we want to voice them or not.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind you doing the narration. I feel like you would do that.
All right, yeah, I'll do the narration then. There is one character especially, anybody who has played this game or saw my previous stream will be familiar with, that I think might remind viewers of you in some ways, Charis, and in some ways at least slightly, perhaps. So
okay, this must be a very
if you haven't seen it, you'll
masculine, heroic, like hunky character, right?
Yeah, very much so, yeah. You'll know him when you see him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Very attractive, very very courageous. Very. Anyway, sorry. Let's get into the game.
Spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were.
Who am I?
Player 1, I suppose that's probably you.
Who am I? Out of these 4? I don't know. Probably this person, right?
I think he has the most aura that is similar to yours, yeah.
Well, but then he's, you know what? It's is weird is I feel like he's both of us. So I can't pick him first if he's like both of us, right? What do we think?
Oh, you can pick him, and then I can make one of these other characters work, I think.
Really? No, sorry, I didn't. That came across as like a really. You can no. I meant like. I don't know. I feel like because we're both similar to this character, I don't think we should. Are you more similar to this character, or am I more similar to this character? Do you think? Just on pure vibes.
Pure vibes. Let's see. Well, to me, it's about an even split. But one thing I can tell you is I played as that character in my previous playthrough, and so I think
So it's like
if we want to make it, well, I was gonna say if we want to make it more equal, then we could give you a chance to play with him this time.
Okay. No, I feel like here's like what I was thinking. Here's the way this timeline works. This canon timeline works is like last time you played it, you said that you didn't get any dates. Is that really what happened?
True. Yeah.
That's that is a mistake. That's terrible. That is horrible. I can't believe I can't believe no one in this whole school has any taste whatsoever. And that's what I'm here to do today. I'm here to fix this, okay? I'm your wingman, and to extent you are my wingman as well. And because of that, I feel like I should pick this guy because he's got wingman vibes.
Ooh.
He's got wingman vibes. He's like he's here to help you get a date. That's his mission.
This guy does seem like he'd be a good wingman, yeah.
His name is Green. His name is Green. Brian, custom name. His name is Charis. That's his name, because that's me. Charis.
Also, what is up with these emojis in chat? I see a bunch of pregnant emojis and the chair, donut, axe, hot dog. These are just not even worth commenting on. I have no idea where your
I don't see
minds
the
are going.
donut. I don't see the donut one.
It's in Discord.
Oh my god.
Chat, your mind is in the gutter.
Of course it is. Gosh. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay. And you will play as.
Yeah, I think I'll go with this guy.
Yellow.
Oz is his default name. So I will change that. Axion. Yeah, okay, it looks good.
I can do this.
Okay.
And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates.
Huzzah!
Miranda Vanderbilt, 19, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal.
Wait, genocidal? Okay.
Hey, the hot villains, this is the moment for it. Damien LaVey, 21. I like that it gives their ages. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howell, 21. A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Liam de Lioncourt, 4XX, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable lovable dork.
I have a feeling that was. Anyways, wait. Let me share my screen with you so you can like see the game without my face over it. I'm wondering if that'd be easy.
Okay. Well, yeah, but I can also, if it helps, I'm playing the game right now on my own separate monitor, so I can like
Oh,
for right now.
is that how that works? Oh,
Yep.
Okay. I see. Oh yeah. How
But
else would you?
it was a nice
have
thought, though.
clicked your name. What am I doing? Okay. Anyways, let's see. If you... Never mind. Sorry. Where were we? We are okay.
Pollygeist, 22, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things.
What?
And Vera Oberlin, 23, a mean, self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear. It had to be one of them. But who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date. And even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Ooh, Teen Wolf Magazine. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever!
Okay.
Minds are rotten, but they're rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are.
That's us. That's
Yep, that's hey,
that's what the PhD is.
not gonna deny it.
That's what the degrees are in. Yep, that's. Oh.
Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, trademark. We'll throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start!
Okay, maybe I could do the questions now, so that way it's like
Okay.
we're a bit even on that. A radioactive possum just bit you. What superpower did you get? A possum. Number 1, the superpower of always choosing the right combination of emojis to get the desired reaction from all people, seducing my loved ones, burning my enemies, settling any argument, and even conveying complex emotional thoughts. 2, the incredible power of writing fan fiction, so compelling that the actual creators of the TV shows decided to go with my ideas and crazy ships. 3, probably rabies. I'd go to a hospital immediately.
Decisions.
This is the way I would respond, but that feels like I'm dumping my stats. I don't know. I feel like if I pick this one, I'm intentionally playing on hard mode. What did you pick? So we're buddies here. We're trying to help each other out, and that includes me looking at your test answers. So can you tell me what you picked?
Okay. Well, for this one, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think I'm going to get this question since it just says Charis at the top, or maybe I will later, but I think for right now, this is probably just for your character. But I can, of course, offer any thoughts that I have. And I mean, I feel like the first one has the best stats. It's not the most interesting or the funniest answer, but if we're going stats maxing and like if we're really serious about getting a date, then probably that first one would be the most beneficial for one's seduction powers, I suppose.
Right. Or would it be like secretly, like if you pick that, it would, the actual stat it gives you is like confidence and not like charisma or whatever the other stat. I don't know what the stats even are, so I don't know what's up for grabs.
Yeah, the stats, I think one of them is money, maybe.
And then like the bottom one would be common sense, right? If you pick that one, it's like you get common sense.
Yeah, that's... Or maybe just like, especially like dry sense of humor, maybe, yeah. But yeah, I think, yeah, the common sense fits there. But
I said common sense because that was what it sounded like to be, and I feel like it's more of my answer than the other two, I honestly think. So I would pick that.
All right.
Okay, you do the same
it
question.
does.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it is the same one then. Okay, yeah, you're right. I think I'm going to go with number 1. But I do see, yeah, there is a case to be made, I think, for all of these. Absolutely. So charming, creative, and smart. Oh, you got the smart stat. On that
Okay.
Nice.
You wish you were raised by a mysterious old man who saved me from the streets in order to raise me as his disciple in the ancient ways of rad DJing. A really progressive marriage between a kick-ass venomous snake and actual fire. I love fire and I see no issue with being raised by it. A pack of wild wolves who also happen to be tech moguls who own some of the most profitable companies of Silicon Valley. They would be kick-ass role models and wild wolves. Sick. Now, I don't know if I would want like tech moguls to be my like role models in life, but you know, like to each their own. I think the first question really resonated with me until the last bit of like rad DJing. I feel like I would not be a DJ. Actually, in another world, maybe.
There is some possible world out there, I think.
Yeah.
Charis Euphranor is a sick DJ.
Really progressive marriage between a kick-ass venomous snake and actual fire. I feel like I wouldn't be I wouldn't be the product of like snake and fire. You know what I mean?
Sorry, I'm just imagining now that would be one title you could give a book about something like a fantasy book, I suppose. A product of snake and fire. It would be like one of those AI-generated fantasy books, you know?
Yes. Product of snake and fire. What do you vibe with more? Again, we're cheating on the test together. That's how we're gonna like help each other out in this game.
Right, yeah. I'm probably gonna pick the last one.
Wait, why? Why would you pick the last one? Why would you pick the last one?
Well, with the tech moguls, I feel like maybe that will help me get some knowledge of tech, which maybe if my date is into that, perhaps I could use that to help woo them.
Okay. I would, you know what? I will pick the first one.
All right, yeah, I'm starting to imagine this possible world where you're a DJ more now, and the more I imagine it, the more I like it.
In this world, I have no musicality, but in another world.
Oh, you got the fun stat there.
Right, but I think I would prefer wealth, honestly. If I'm... Are these like Groundhog Day answers for you? Because you've played this game once, right? Are these like, are you going back in time again and going like, okay, I can do this differently in order to charm my way through the person that I was wooing?
Well, not so much. I think that would happen if I played the game enough times, but what I'm assuming is that it has just a large enough pool of questions, because I don't remember any of these questions from the last playthrough, and I think that it's just... These questions are new for me, too.
Okay. So the world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? They always tell you the world is ending. I'll profit on other people's hysteria. Nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today. I'll finish my novel. Whoever comes after the end should know my legacy. I always party as if there were no tomorrow, so who cares? 100 push-ups. No. 200 push-ups. And finally, it's okay. We invented the apocalypse to take care of the overpopulation of commoners.
These answers are surprisingly cynical.
I know, right? The last one's very survival of the fittest, and I think that maybe, perhaps, potentially might fit me a little bit. Maybe. The first one too. It's not partying, and it's probably not. I wouldn't end the world myself. I would just go. I would think I would accept it. I wouldn't do push-ups. I wouldn't finish novels. So it's one or six for me. And I think I will go with 6 because we invented implies sort of like I was in on the apocalypse, the destruction. I'll pick that.
Okay, I have a feeling that's going to go toward the smart stat.
Ooh.
So you're the smart maxing here.
Okay.
For me, I think the only one of these that actually comes close to my nature, close to what I actually do, is this one right here about finishing my novel. Not that I'm writing a novel right now, but
is it like
still,
finishing your paper? Would it be that?
Yeah, I think finishing my paper or finishing whatever like Substack post or whatever it is that I'm writing. Because I really do like the idea, and I think that there is a lot of cool potential for stories about this. Maybe like a frame story of some kind, of like aliens coming to Earth and finding, whether it's novels or documents of various types that humans have left behind, and trying to sort of piece them together and translating them, and then eventually succeeding in doing that and finding out, oh, this is what humans were like, this is how humans lived, and maybe even becoming like invested in the story, and to them it's like you know, almost like watching TV shows is for us. But yeah, so I think I'll go with that one. Chat will be happy to know that.
Like a brief, which character liked that? What was the last one? I saw yours. Who was the last one?
Oh, I think yours was the pink girl, the purple girl.
Oh,
I don't remember who that was.
Okay. Okay, so we've got our own stats. I can hover over to see your stats as well. Okay.
Oh yes.
I've got 3 charm. What the hell? Why do I have 3 charm? What? That's ridiculous.
Oh, interesting. You can hover over to see mine.
Yeah, I see yours as well. How do you feel about your stats?
Okay. Well, I can see yours on the YouTube stream. For some reason, they're not showing up in my actual game. But let's see. Smarts. So, you got 9 smarts. Nice. So it looks like you're outranking me on both smarts and boldness. We're the same on creativity. Charm 3. Okay, so I guess the charm is gonna be my main strength. Fun. Oh, you got pretty. Oh right, and money.
You've got money too, which is in today's economy. Ooh, that's a big deal. That's a big. How do you? Were these the same stats you had last time?
They were a little different. I think. I think last time I was a little bit higher on creativity, and a little bit higher on smarts than I am this time.
Okay, interesting. Outdoors library. Do I get to decide where I spend my time, or do I have to commit to one without knowing what's in it? How does this work, actually?
That's a good question. Well, actually, from last time playing it, just single player, you could go pretty much anywhere, and then it just the timeline of the game goes on regardless, and you just have different interactions depending on where you go.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the library. I suppose fittingly. That would be my first stop.
That day, you spend some time on the library's PCs, mining some bitcoins. Ooh.
That's not what I'd be doing, okay?
You're turning over a new leaf, I see.
Oh.
This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency.
That's not what I signed up for. That's not what I got my library card for. I didn't want to mine Bitcoin with my library card. Okay, let's go.
I wonder what chat thinks now. You've turned into a crypto bro, Charis. But you guess that nobody actually has any fucking idea how it really works. Anyway, you gain +2 bitcoins, which is equal to $2 million?
Wait, that's a lot. Is that, like, what? Oh.
Which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so +2 money. For a second, I thought you had, like, broken the game.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. Oh.
Later, you see Miranda and Vera cornered by the wolf pack, who are watching them like a pack of wolves.
Makes sense.
The wolf pack is here.
How would one of you ladies like to go on a date tonight with the hottest dogs ever to not be literal hot dogs? Ooh, that's a smooth pickup line.
Wait, can I read this character? I know you just read it, but can I read this character?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. How would one of you ladies like to go on a date tonight with one of the hottest dogs ever to not be literal hot dogs?
What?
I wouldn't at all.
What a commoner.
You want to do that one, Charis?
This is not at all how I like my courtships to begin. Where are the jewels? Where are the flowers? Where are the bloody heads of my enemies? Oh man, we'll show you courtship on the court when we win. On the court. At sports. We'll show you sportship courtship.
Every time I think the guys at this school can't get any dumber.
Oh, I get it. You're both shy. Don't worry, our barks are worse than our bites. Except when we're doing sports, cause then we bring it, yeah! I don't have the voice for this, I'm running out right now, I'm running out of speed. Excuse me. But if neither of you have the confidence to say which one wants to go out with us tonight, we could just choose for you.
like they're relatively well-intentioned, but you should definitely step in and save one of them.
Okay. I gotta save one of them. Wait, that means I'm choosing them. Hold on, we haven't actually discussed this. Who are we going for?
Well, I think that of the ones that you seem most likely to succeed with, I think that, and I keep forgetting her name. I think Miranda maybe is her name, the girl with the pink hair and the pink skin. I'm pretty sure she was the one you were marked as most compatible with, and I think for me, it was the purple guy, Liam, who was the one I was marked as most compatible with. But
okay.
I mean, I don't know. You might be able to succeed with other options too, though. Those are just the ones that I remember.
I mean, that might be a factor, but like, how big of a factor is that for you? Like that the other person has a good chance of being into you equally, or do you kind of like does that factor into your thinking at all?
Not so much. I mostly think about like just how much do I like this other person, which, fair warning, from my last playthrough resulted in me getting 0 prom dates. But I'm to tie it back to earlier discussion. I think I'm glad that I approached it that way, just for the sake of staying true to what's in my own heart, you might say.
Who did you want?
But of course, I can't choose for you. You can. Sorry, what did you say?
Who did you want though originally?
Oh, who did I want? I think the one that I wanted was Polly, the ghost girl. I'm pretty sure.
But staying true to your character couldn't get you the girl, I guess, at the end. And do you feel like that's like do you feel like that's fair, all is fine in this world, or do you feel a sense of defeat?
Maybe a bit of sense of defeat, because I suppose I'm the kind of person who thinks, oh, like, what if she had said yes, and what if we could have had a beautiful relationship, and now that relationship does not exist, never had the chance to exist, doesn't that just make it a worse world, a less beautiful world? And that is the kind of thing that can, now IRL can weigh heavily on my mind. I think also, though, what happened in the last game, part of the meta, is that I spent most of my playthrough just like trying to talk to as many of the students as possible and trying to just get like a really broad sense of who everyone was. And as a result, I don't think I made a particularly strong impression on any one of them. I think it's the kind of game that rewards you for locking in relatively early on like which student you're interested in.
Okay, so you kind of have to like decide on one person and then just go for them for the whole run. That's like the way the game is kind of designed.
Or at least, yeah, I think that's the option that gives the best chance of success.
Right, but you wanted to, so were you talking to everyone because you were interested in everyone, or were you interested in nobody?
Well, more the latter, because like at first I just didn't really feel like I knew any of them and just wanted to kind of see like, oh, like what are all these kids like, and I didn't really know that it would prevent me from getting a prom date, but alas, that is how it turned out.
Like you feel like you just wanted to get to know the characters more before your heart decided, maybe. Like your heart can't decide based on a PNG and like a dating bio, right? Like you have to get to know the person first. Am I getting somewhere with that?
Yeah, no, I think it is. Like the PNG and the bio maybe gave me like an initial sense of, okay, this one might be someone I could have a connection with, but yeah, I think until you actually, at least for me, until you actually meet and interact with someone, it's just not clear if there's going to be a connection there.
I don't know. I'm asking you all these questions. Like, I'm asking these questions about you because I'm just trying to see my own answer through your responses for some reason, or like something to that effect. Because I still can't decide between. I actually like them both. I think initially, Miranda and Vera, they both seem to be like people who could be my type. I don't know though, because again, right? I'm also thinking of like what you're thinking. Like I haven't met the other characters. I want to talk to the other characters. I want to talk to them before I step in and make. I'm just gonna pick Miranda for meta reasons. All right, Miranda's. Oh, sorry,
Miranda's. Okay. Miranda's eyes light up like an anglerfish.
How majestic.
How the hell did I read that? Ce que de la mer. As a little girl, I always wanted to be an aqua gymnast.
Mediocre.
Of course you did.
Until I realized it required hard work and discipline, at which point I decided I was much happier as a princess. But I still love watching it. How thoughtful of you to procure tickets for me and my favorite maidservant.
Don't miss me.
I'll tell you all about it. Ha ha ha, shut down! Let's go write a list of jokes we can make about this awkward loser.
Whatever. You still made Miranda super happy and distracted the wolf pack. So, win. You gain +2 charm and +1 creativity.
So I just eliminated an option is what you're saying.
All right.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Alright, yep.
Perhaps, yeah,
Okay.
more or less. It sounds like, yeah, you've made a really good impression on Miranda so far. And,
Well,
okay,
like,
so now
I
it's...
didn't go with her though, right? Because it said like she went with her like maidservant. Like
Oh,
not me.
well-
We got tickets and then she just went to a show. Like what? I didn't get to go.
I think so, but like she likes you now. Maybe is she maybe feels indebted to you in a certain way. Okay, let's see. Where should I go? I think I will. What stats do I need to bulk up on? Could stand to bulk up on boldness and fun. I think if you go to the bathroom, sometimes you could just see students doing like illicit things, like smuggling in contraband and stuff, and I think that accounts toward the boldness.
Okay.
That day, you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. Yes. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you give +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness.
But how many
This
shits
is the
did
kind of
you
thing I
take?
would have been way too scared to do, IRL.
I think same.
What
as well,
were you
yeah.
saying?
No, I was just sorry. I just said, but how many shits did you take though?
Oh.
Sorry, go on. Doesn't matter. No, don't answer that.
There should be a stat for that. You see Liam talking to Miranda. Miranda looks confused, and Liam looks frustrated. Uh-oh.
Yuck.
But I simply do not understand this art you are describing. You say that the art piece is a bathroom?
And I feel like this next one, you have to be this character, Charis. I feel like it's
Okay,
meant to be.
okay, I can be both. That's fine. All right, yeah. No. For the 100th time, the art piece is the experience of going into a bathroom, thinking it's an art piece. The artist purposefully gave the room number of the bathroom as the room number for the exhibit. Even though there was a whole room full of his paintings elsewhere in the building, it was revolutionary. It certainly seems very complicated. Personally, I prefer the exoplanet sculptures of the Atlantean 5th is it dynasty or dynasty? I could never say this word. Dynasty.
I've always said a dynasty,
Okay.
but it might be. Maybe it's one that you can.
Maybe
pronounce
she
both.
would.
I don't
What would
know.
she say? That's really the question. Right? Like, would she say? I think she would say dynasty. I hear dynasty from her. Dynasty, the
Probably
5th
so, yeah.
dynasty. You know, the man in the moon, the face on Mars, all of Pluto, art on such a grand scale.
So
Bah, that's not art. That's populism at its worst. Well, I don't think that bathroom business sounds like art. But how are we supposed to discuss art if we can't even agree on what it is? Oh, if only someone would come along and provide a satisfying definition of art, I would be so pleased.
You've got this. No problem. It's so simple. Ooh, art is a method for making worthless things into very expensive things. Art isn't art unless it makes you feel bad feelings inside.
Why is he so real?
So, I think of these. Art is a method.
I mean, I think I
Yeah,
know
this
which
first
one
one-
is the left character, which one's the right character.
Yeah, it's pretty clear which one goes along with which one. So, but of both of these, I think I am. Not that I would endorse either one, but I am closer to endorsing the second one. than the first. So I will go with art isn't art unless it makes you feel bad feelings inside.
Okay. Precisely. This is why, for example, Da Vinci's The Mona Lisa is not art, whereas getting a piano dropped on your hand is. But Liam, doesn't feeling bad make you feel good? Oh, my God, you're right. But if art is only art when it gives me bad feelings and my bad feelings immediately become good feelings, then true art is art that gives me good feelings which then become bad feelings.
Oh no.
But that means I've been liking the wrong things this entire time.
I'm out.
Curse you both.
Liam disappears into a cloud of purple smoke. You lose -2 charm and -1 creativity.
Oh no.
Okay, I think we see how this playthrough is going. I'm not too confident about this one.
Okay, I understand why you wanted me to read that character now.
I wonder, is this a
get
glimpse
it.
into your teenage self in some ways?
Well, I mean, no, I was way cooler than that. That was,
Oh, okay.
you know, I was, yeah.
I can believe that.
Okay, we need to decide player order. Challenge or random? What's challenge? So I think random is the right move, but I want to know what challenge does.
I suppose it presents us with some kind of game, and like whoever wins gets to either determine the order or go first.
Yeah, so I feel
That's
like
my best guess anyway.
I want to play the game. I don't really care for winning the game, but I want to play the
Okay.
game because I don't care what order we're going. I don't think it really matters too much. I'm gonna challenge. Everybody chooses an animal. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking. Okay. Damn it! It's the only one in my head. Parrot. Ah. That's the animal. I picked.
Oh, he'll be so happy that you thought of
Ugh.
it.
That makes one of us. So what would you pick?
I think I would pick a cheetah.
A cheetah. Okay. Player order is decided based on how strongly you would avoid eating the selected animal. Wait, what?
What? This is a little...
How strongly you would have... Okay, so how scary is the idea of eating a cheetah versus how scary it is the idea of eating a parrot? I would eat parrot.
Yeah, I think parrot is a little easier to conceive of eating than
Tastes just
than
like
cheetah.
chicken. Hmm.
Yeah.
So who? Wait. So
Can you hear
whose
that chat?
goes
That is
first?
the. Yeah. I think I just heard parrot flying away far from the Library of Alexandria.
Shoo, out of here. Also,
But-
just quick thing to mention, I forget, sorry, to mention again that I maybe should pin, is you can't comment for some reason on the stream, people are commenting on the Discord thread, and I should probably post like a link to the Discord. Now, I don't know if that means you can just see it, because I think you need to go through the whole test to do it. You need to go through like a whole like logic puzzle to do it. But you know, if you want to spend like 20 minutes doing that to come into to talk about the stream on like a platform that doesn't censor your speech for some reason, then you can do that, I guess. Okay, so how, based on how strongly you would avoid eating the selected animal, I think that means you win because you would avoid eating the cheetah more than I would avoid eating the parrot.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. I mean,
Right.
there are some circumstances in which I can conceive of eating cheetah. Like, let's say that I was in a place where cheetahs were, and let's also just imagine, to make it extra easy, that there's a problem with like overpopulation of cheetahs, and a bunch have recently been hunted to try to deal with this problem, and now they're being like served up, you know, on the menu.
In true
and-
philosopher fashion, we have we have a very particular thought experiment in place that could potentially justify.
Yep, it was
The
inevitable. It
decision
was
to
going to
go the
happen
other
at some
way.
point. Yeah.
So I think
But,
that and you know what, that is perfectly conceivable. That is that's a possible world, and I think, though I think that, and you would probably agree that for the purposes of this challenge, you would probably rank first.
I suppose so. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Let's decide. All right.
Not by like a great amount, but maybe just slightly.
I would not really hesitate too much eating a parrot. I'll be honest.
Okay, so then for this one, oh, my money's 7. I think that, oh yeah, this thing right here, the cat lady, is a merchant. So she says, hey, last night I read this article on how money causes pocket cancer in the long run. You don't want to get pocket cancer. Quick, give me that dangerous money you have, and you're still healthy pockets. So yeah, okay, you can choose what to buy. Some of the items are a bit strange, like a blanket with 2 holes. They just white blanket, 2 aisles in it. You'd have to be an idiot to mistake this for a ghost costume, but most of our classmates are idiots.
Just about to say that. Isn't that just a ghost costume? Okay.
It took me a second on the ghost costume. Oh, we have a Bob Ross painting right here. Motivational poster. So you could get some motivation. A corpse. This one has event next to it. There might be some potential for that later. Rush your novel with an insightful approach to universal matters such as love and death. If you're sure about this, you can always use online encyclopedia to get the general idea and still be able to act as if you've read it.
Very true. Very true.
True. I think I got this novel in my previous playthrough, and I don't remember it actually doing anything. Which maybe is kind of fitting, with...
It would work
maybe
for,
the value of the
who's
novel.
who's the character you're trying to romance against? Liam? Is that right?
Well, I think he's the character I have the best shot with so far.
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm still not sure if I've decided.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think, you know what, of all these, I'm going to go with the blanket with 2 holes.
No refunds.
Sure.
Oh, your turn.
Okay. So, what do I pick? Wait, what do I do? Where am I going? Oh, I choose who to sit with. Oh, okay. Well, I actually really like Miranda and Liam from their conversation. Like, I felt that they were both rather charming individuals. But maybe because of that, because I already know, I have a good idea of who they are, I should sit with people who I don't know. Because then that way I would get a feel for who they are as a person, right?
That's fair, yeah, and we're still on the first day, so there's, I think, still at least some time to kind of explore around. The middle table, I think you haven't met any of those students yet, right?
That's true. So that would be the play, yeah. Okay. I'll sit with them.
You arrive at your chosen table to find Damien dejectedly hefting a ball of mashed potatoes, while Polly sadly passes her hand through the same. Okay, so let's see. Who should be which character?
Yeah,
for
do you
one?
want to? What works for us? What do you think? I think I've got a voice for both of them in my head, so I could do either.
Yeah, I think
I'll be Damien.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I was about to say sorry. It's so hard.
Were
for me
you about to
decide
say I'll be Polly, or were you about to say I'll be Damien?
Yeah, I was about to say I'll be Polly.
Okay. Are you sure? Was that actually what you wanted to say?
It
Oh my
was,
God.
yeah.
It's like we're finishing each other's sentences. That's crazy. Okay.
Seriously, what do we have to do to get a food fight started in this cafeteria?
I honestly don't know. I tried throwing potatoes at people and yelling food fight, but I think everyone is too scared of me to fight back.
And I can't throw any food because of my stupid ghost hands. Plates, mirrors, antique furniture, sure, but not food.
There's gotta be a way to provoke a food war. My dads are always telling me to be more political.
But we're not political. Your strength is hitting things, and my strength is being unbelievably hot all the time.
unbelievably hot. That's it. We'll set the cafeteria on fire. Wait, no, that's not a solution. That's just arson. Why do I always jump straight to arson?
It's so hard to watch them struggle through this by themselves, so you step in with an idea of your own.
Okay, wars are fought over scarce resources. Steal everybody's food and put it in a pile that ought to do it. Hey, Polly, you know how the Greeks fought a whole war over Helen of Troy's face? We just need you to get kidnapped by Trojans.
Both
This
these
is like
responses are
this
kind of
is
weird.
definitely the sensible option.
Yeah. Fought over scarce resources.
I don't know. I think that
Yeah.
that would create that would be what I would say. I'm not thinking about like who the character is, like which character I'm wooing. I'm kind of just thinking like that's what I would say. Is that what you did? And is that a bad?
Well, I think just neither of these responses are things I would have naturally thought of. But yeah, I mean, if we're going on that, then I think the first one probably does make more sense. Sometimes with this game, though, it's hard to tell because I remember then the last time I played it, like picking an answer and having like a whole worked out rationale in my head for like why one answer made more sense than the other. And then the game like marked it as the wrong decision. So there's an element of randomness, I think, to some of these.
Right. So for certain characters, you wouldn't want to pick the best, like you wouldn't want to pick the most like honest answer that you, Axion, would give. You would want to give the answer that they would want to hear, right? Is that kind of like the...
I think that's right. If you're interested in romancing a particular character, yeah, you have to think in those terms.
Right. I don't think I'm interested yet in romancing particular characters. I think I'll just pick the first one. Whoa, is that what politics is? Beating people up and putting their stuff in a big pile? I didn't know I was already so good at politics.
And then I can roll around in the food pile. It'll feel so good on my non-skin. Damien spends the rest of lunch piling up everybody's food in an enormous food mountain. Hungry students are soon swarming the mountain, trying to grab what they can, while Damien pelts them with fire and knives from above.
Okay.
In a panic, the students turn on each other, fighting with the only weapon they have, the food in their hands. Ah, food fight, food fight. I think a fight like this is how I died. The casualties are beyond counting, but no one will be forgetting that food fight anytime soon.
Let's trade places. Okay, I'm just gonna do... 'cause I have a feel for the challenge now, so I feel like we should just do random. What do you think?
That works for me.
Because I thought it would be like
Before
a Mario Party minigame is what I thought it would be.
Yeah, I was kind of looking forward to that too.
Well, we have that on Saturday, so I guess we can just...
That's a nice little
Yeah. By the way,
preview.
there's a philosophy stream on Saturday where we play Mario Party. It's going to be the first one since our debut. We're just going to have fun. We're going to play party games. We're going to have a Mario Party, and we're going to not ruin friendships because our mental is stronger than that, isn't that right?
That's exactly right. Yes. Also, you might have seen this, but just in case, Hannah had a comment in the Discord where she says all of the choices you make in the game are based on stats. We need a high enough stat for each answer. During lunch, however, you're just getting hearts with the characters and choosing the answer the character wants to hear. I see.
Right. Okay, right.
So, yeah.
I sort of glanced at that, but I didn't really quite process it. But yes.
Okay, it looks like it chose me to go first. I don't know if it actually matters who goes first and
I
second.
don't think it does either. I mean, I think it would in this if we were trying to like both like go for the same person.
I see.
But I feel like, you know what, like even if I had someone in mind originally and I saw you pursue that person, I would not want to pursue that person anymore. I think that goes for everyone.
Well, thank you, Charis. You're a good wingman. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob.
What? Oh, right.
Not sure
Okay,
what
sure. It's a heavy, like, heavy-handed is not the word I want to use. What's the word? It's very extreme. like metaphor. But
Yeah,
okay.
it's a little bizarre.
All right.
The kind of metaphor that really makes you think about what it could possibly mean.
Right.
Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. Oh, that's good, because I was getting low in creativity.
Nice.
Later, in the halls, you run into Polly and Liam, who seem to be talking about some kind of flyer. The flyer is for an upcoming music festival, Howlapalooza. So, we agree on everything for Friday, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And Saturday, we should totally go to Messer Chups and imagine a fucking dragon.
Sure, those bands are great. And then at 3 a.m., I want to check out that guy in the parking lot who just makes a cacophony for 2 hours.
Ghosts are super into cacophonies, but at 3 a.m., I wanted to go to MC Griffin.
Cool.
I mean, it's a frickin' griffin that raps. It's the hottest shit right now, Liam.
You know, the hottest shit right now isn't the criteria I use to pick the artists I want to see, right?
Yes.
A griffin that raps, Liam.
There should be a better way to decide this other than repeating our choices in a loud, annoying tone.
But I love the loud, annoying tone thing.
I know, still.
Go ahead, don't be shy. You might have the ultimate trick for how to choose the best schedule for this music festival. Okay, get into as much... Well, I actually might not know the pronunciations of the word. Ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca, I think.
Ayahuasca, I see,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with what it is, but one of those words I've never actually heard spoken aloud till now. Get into as much ayahuasca as possible until some kind of spirit animal appears and shares its wisdom with you. Don't fight over this. The one who wins will get to see their artist live for an hour or two. The one who loses will get to bitch about it until the end of time. Okay. I think that's probably the Liam answer there. Get into as much ayahuasca as possible. Yeah, the top one, I'm not sure if that's... Maybe that is for Polly, or maybe it's just for no one in particular. But I think Liam will like this answer. Of course, that's what I thought last time, too. And well, actually, he did like my answer last time, but like it took away my stats.
But he did.
So it was kind of a double bind. But yeah, let's see. I'll
Is
give
that
this
what you're
bottom
going
one.
for? Are you gonna pick? Are you picking the answer because you think Liam would like it?
Pretty much, yeah. This time,
Okay.
I want to get a prom date. And I feel like if I do my previous strategy of like picking whatever answer is natural to me, I will not get a prom date.
We must give in to the meta.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, let's see what he says.
Ooh, a solution that involves hating stuff in a very public way? Count me in. I mean, you're actually right. I'm already getting to see stuff I enjoy. So getting one hate-watching session would be healthy for my cred. Usually I can totally shit on stuff without really knowing a lot about it. But actually attending the concert, that's going the extra mile.
Huh. So, can we go to see MC Griffin?
You bet, Polina. I'm going to practice my eye rolling and my sighing.
Oh, sweetheart, you're a dork to the point you're actually lovable. Classic, Liam. You solved the situation with your knowledge of hipster culture. You gain +2 smarts and +1 charm.
Whoa.
Sure.
Was that...
Okay,
do you think
so
that was the
that pretty
outcome
well.
you wanted?
Yeah, I mean, I was a little worried about like my stats just going in the toilet, and so that helped them reverse the course that they were on.
Okay. I'm not sure where I want to like go now. I'm gonna go to class?
That day, you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. You can see how interested he is in the lesson. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school.
That is what a school is for. Yes, that's true. Neat list of smarts.
Nice.
I was gonna say, is that
Later.
it? Please.
Oh. You see Damien and Miranda chatting, and being a nosy little bitch, you decide to insert yourself into the conversation.
Oh, you know what? That might be something I would do. I look forward to this adventure so. Is there anything more wonderful than getting insight into the lives of commoners? You better not pull that shit the whole time. My dads are lords of hell, you know. Technically, I'm royalty too. Are you though?
Damien rolls his eyes and turns to you.
Mrs. Panthera paired us up for a hands-on homework assignment, going on an adventure. Apparently, I have some anger issues and a thirst for violence that I should be channeling into something productive. Like a thirst for violence isn't productive in and of itself. And I'm supposed to work on being more independent, which is so strange since I told my ladies and gentlemen in waiting to fix that for me last week. I wonder what sort of adventure might give us the wonderful experience we need to fix our perceived but obviously non-existent flaws. Go on a deep-sea quest to steal beautiful pearls from a scary kraken. Journey to a volcano to have a hot time at a fire method strip club. Would I rather die or would I rather go clubbing? I think I would rather die. Okay, let's pick that one. Oh, yes. We should absolutely go at once. Nothing shall teach me independence like returning to my own kingdom, where I can be waited on hand and foot by all my servants, and will have Daddy to smite down anyone who says I'm not independent. And of course, the nurse who raised me can also help dispel the rumors that I can't dispel rumors myself.
Damien looks at you like he probably thinks you're a fucking idiot.
Go get a life.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yup, there it is. You lose 2 smarts and 1 fun.
Shit. I lost my stats too. But was that like good? Because I got like a heart from Miranda. I don't know.
I think, yeah, like this girl is really into you, and maybe that's a love that transcends stats.
I suppose that's where we're going then. Okay.
That weekend, something happened to...
Something happened to you.
All right.
Yeah, what happened to me? That weekend, you're at the movies when you receive a summons from Miranda.
Whoa.
Ooh, I think I see where this is going. I'll get my hair gel right now and make sure I look good.
Oh, right, sorry. Oh, thank goodness you could come.
Technically, Miranda's guards forced you to meet with her, but you'd rather not split hairs.
I am contemplating a decision of extreme gravity. To date Charis or not to date? As you are famed throughout the school as a wanton Lothario, I thought I had best ask your advice. But please, be sure to frame it in terms that I will understand, something simple and straightforward. In short, I need you to tell me which item of silverware Charis most closely resembles. Silverware?
So I could say gilded shrimp tongues delicately inlaid with diamonds and baby teeth.
Baby tea.
Or bread.
Or bread.
There's a case to be made for both of these. Oh, also, didn't she say item of silverware? And like one of the choices is bread?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. I mean, I guess that's why she asked for a simple explanation, right?
I see. Yeah, it's a little tricky because she seems like the type of girl who likes luxury, and with this top answer, that would go along with that, and I think maybe she would... That might make her more likely to date you.
Yeah.
The only thing that gives me pause is what you just said about how she has to make the answer simple and she might not know like what words like inlaid mean. What do you think?
That's a good. I was initially so confident in the first choice, but then now that you've mentioned that, like, actually, would she understand? No, you know what? I think she wants like a simple, straightforward answer, like conceptually. So I would imagine that she has, like, she's familiar with the vocabulary present. But if you were to use simple words to explain like a difficult concept, like a paradox of some sort, right? Then, or a logical contradiction, then she would not understand it at all. But if you said inlaid with diamonds and baby teeth, I think she would get it.
True, and she does seem like someone who likes, jewelry and things like that. Like just given the little crown that she's wearing, so maybe she does know words like inlaid and diamonds will maybe catch her attention. So if this ends up being the wrong answer choice, all I can do is profusely apologize, Charis. But
no, it's okay.
My hope is that my hope is that this first one will set you up with at least one potential prom date in the form of Miranda. So here we go. Gilded shrimp tongs it is.
Oh, shrimp tongs. Only the most elegant of silvered wares. And gilded. Gold on top of silver. How decadent. Of course, these diamonds must represent his strength and endurance.
That's what I think girls say about you all the time, right?
Yes, they do talk about my strength and endurance all the time, actually. This is really the only thing they talk about, and nothing else. While the baby teeth represent his inner tenderness and willingness to steal teeth from babies.
They say that too, don't
they? Yeah, they say that. Yeah. I could not imagine a more appropriate piece of silverware to be my date. But I'm told I'm not allowed to take actual silverware to the prom as my date, so your friend will have to suffice. Thank you ever so much.
Miranda's goons drag you away, but not before Miranda awards you 3 money for your marvelous advice.
Being a wingman has its benefits.
That it does. So let's go with random here.
Okay.
I think it's chosen me first every time.
That's fine. I think that works for me.
Your day will come soon.
After your day.
Yeah, I suppose so. Which one should I go for? I did get that blanket thing for the ghost costume, and I'm trying to think of when maybe out here in the outdoors would be a chance to use that to some end. I don't know to what end I could use it for, but I will try to give this a try. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point, there were like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself. But who cares? It's a rad party. You gain 2 fun.
2 fun?
Nice. You spot Miranda and Scott in the vicinity. It seems like the perfect opportunity to test your new blanket. I was right.
Whoa, okay.
You wear it as if you were a goofy ghost and approach them with a spooky boo, while Miranda is explaining something to Scott.
And that's why those treacherous air people are the absolute worst and also most likely tied to the disappearance of Mars Argo. Oh, what's this? Ghost. Perhaps a foreign exchange student.
Oh, do you want me to be the voice of this guy?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. What are you talking about? Oh, God. I didn't see you there. So ghostly.
You guys are joking, right? This is clearly just Axion wearing a blanket with eye holes cut in it. Jealousy is a powerful drug, Liam. Do not become addicted.
Yeah, Liam. You don't see anyone saying, oh, Liam is really just Axion wearing a blanket with eye holes cut in it.
Exactly, Liam. Even despite the many times we suspected it was so. What? Oh, sorry, little ghost. We were ignoring you.
That's true. Tell us, do you have any cool ghost powers?
Oh, yes, divulge, divulge.
Okay, yeah, basic ghost knowledge. Ghost main power is levitating stuff. Ultimate ghost prank. Haunt someone into despair. Well, I can see which one, yeah, this choice goes into it too. I think I'm gonna go with ultimate ghost prank. Haunt someone into despair. You spot a victim for your prank. The Coven. You start running in their direction while screaming your best boo to date. I guess I'll voice this one, so that way it's 2 free choices. What's this? Maybe it's a minion of Queen Nahilia. Rumors say she's preparing to be the big bad of next season. Stop booing at us. It's hard enough to save the world on a daily basis. We don't need people here undermining our morale. Stop booing. This school is unbelievable. Ah. They go running, looking for a place to recover from all the booing and undermining.
Well, the ghost clearly haunted them, and they have fought against all kinds of evil creatures.
Such a powerful ghost. So cool.
He just ran at them while booing. I could literally do that. Yet you didn't do it, Liam. Therefore, you're not a ghost. You're just jealous.
Yeah, of this very, very powerful ghost. Ghost, we respect your ghost powers, and we wish you the best on your ghost adventures. You leave, running and booing, before they realize how obvious it is that you're just you with a blanket. Today, you gain 2 boldness and 1 smarts.
Sure.
Okay.
Worked out pretty well overall.
Yeah. I noticed that you didn't get any, like, hearts. But then they all liked it. At least from their dialogue. They all, like... So why was that? What?
Maybe
they were all
it
like, that's so
separates it
cool,
into,
and it didn't...
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's like a romantic way of liking you and just a more general way of liking you. But that is an astute observation. I really don't know for sure how they
Platonic Riz. Was that what that was?
I think you've just coined the next hot term that everyone's going to be talking about.
Platonic Riz? Please
it
don't
sounds
let
to
that
me like
term
something
come from
you
me.
would yeah,
Go on,
like you
sorry.
would tell someone that as sort of like a consolation prize. If you think they don't actually have any Riz, you could just say, oh, you have Riz, it's just platonic, you know.
No. Chat's gonna use that on me. No. Good thing they can't speak. I'm gonna pick. I'm deciding between auditorium and bathroom now. I feel like I want to go to bathrooms because you've been to auditoriums. We kind of know what it's like. I want to go to the bathroom just to scope it out.
Wait, oh yeah, I have been to auditoriums, you're right, yeah.
Yes.
That day, you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. While in the bathroom, you tell yourself in the mirror that you're so bold, you would kill the tiny big-eyed turtle with your bare hands.
Whoa, that's not boldness. That's cruelty, is it not? Well, I don't know. Maybe turtles are evil in this world. We'll see.
That monstrous act would instantly give you 500 boldness.
I don't think I want 500 boldness for that. Oh.
But come on. It's not worth the price. Not worth the price of the turtle's lair.
Yeah.
But come on, you're just talking to yourself in the mirror. What's the merit in that? You know what? You can keep 2 boldness anyway for saying that to yourself out loud.
Okay.
We're boldness at 7, so that's pretty good.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh no. Oh yes. Sorry. Afterwards, Miranda summons you. It feels weird to be summoned, but you comply. You can't resist her merman goons.
Am I going after her goons? What's going on? Is this like 5 hearts under one move? Is this where I'm going for the goon instead of the main character?
Greetings, fellow classmate.
I feel like she's the type who would be so offended by that.
Why is it also this game where like the love interest that I'm advancing to is like a rich girl with like bodyguards. Well, that I might potentially be more interested in than the girl herself. Anyways, thank you for coming, my dear. I finally decided to trust you with my most important aspiration. I am destined to be the Queen of Prom. The royal ascension is nigh. We must prepare. Most of my competition is naive. They foolishly assume that Prom Queen is a purely ceremonial title. Except Ursula Jr. She's proving to be quite a worthy rival. I respect that. Which is why we must destroy her reputation immediately. Any thoughts? Fart joke? What the hell? Let's convince everyone that she likes humans. I like that. Let's do it.
It doesn't take much to make someone look bad in this day and age. You, however, are monsters and went for a total overkill. You hire a Chinese hacker to plant 10 years of pro bono work rescuing human babies from lawnmowers in Ursula's name.
Human babies from lawnmowers? What tireless heroics.
At recess, Dr. Babylove of the Babylove Institute appears out of nowhere and presents her with a Humanity Award.
Oh, so that's how you get those awards. Yes, this will seriously harm her standing with the evil lawnmower creature contingent.
It's an important voting block. They're the ones who keep the schoolyard so tidy. You gain 2 boldness and 1 smarts.
That just wasn't the way I thought it would go, but all right. But that worked out, right? Yeah.
Hey, we've got this game down. It seems making good choices here.
And it seems like the game is also making the same choices.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so now I can.
I think both of our interests are on the same table, and honestly, I think you should go for it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, I think I'm doing pretty well with Liam so far, and I don't know if I want to risk. I feel like I could leave him where he is right now and maybe explore around a little bit, but like still be in good standing with him. I am kind of curious about this Tony the Tiger, though, at the middle table. Because I don't think he was one of the students that
He's got a
were
magnificent beard. Who is this? Who is this fella?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
You're desperately trying to enjoy your meal in peace, but Coach insists on striking up a conversation.
Hi, my beloved student.
Hey there, bud. What you drinking? What? Milk? That's it? That's hardly a drink at all. Everybody knows the drink is the backbone of a balanced lunch. What would we be without backbones? I don't know. My doctor yells at me whenever I try to find out. Enough about me. Let's get you juiced. You can have sport sauce or muscle juice. Which will it be? Both. Or whiskey.
What are these
So-
options? What would you pick?
Well, interesting. There's no athleticism stat. I just noticed.
Right, so would that add to your boldness?
That's what I'm thinking. Though also, saying like whiskey might be bold in its own way, even
That
though the
would
coach
be
is
the
probably gonna
response
hate.
that Liam would want, but Liam's not here, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with. I'm most curious to see what he says to whiskey. So, whiskey it is, Coach. Never offering you any whiskey, but you chose it, so I must have offered it to you. Otherwise, why would you have chosen it? His powers of deduction are impeccable.
Use as a gift.
Oh, well. Guess I've just got to go out and buy you a case of whiskey. So he's one of those coaches.
Oh.
Coach marches off to illegally purchase a whole bunch of alcohol on your behalf. Wow, what a nice coach.
Oh.
All of your classmates realize they can get Coach to buy them booze just by asking. You become the coolest kid in school. You gain 4 fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Plus 4 fun for that. That's a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
well, I was not expecting that.
We haven't. The only character neither of us have talked to yet is Vera.
True. There's kind of like an aura of sort of being distant to her. Maybe it's just because of the choices that we've made, but yeah, you're right. We haven't really seen her much.
But you know what? I feel like here's what my battle strategy is thinking for both of us, right? If I go to the top right table and sit down with Liam and Miranda, and they're gonna give me a question that's gonna prompt me to choose basically a side between the two. And if I just side with Miranda, that would advance me in my own pursuits for her, but also distance myself from Liam, which will allow you to get Liam.
Yep. Probably so.
This is, you know what? This isn't that far off from what high school was like. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
The table you chose is quite crowded. Liam sits across from Miranda, who is flanked by 2 well-dressed servants.
Well dressed, you say. Ooh.
One of the servants cuts a slice of Salisbury steak and feeds it to the other. To the other servant? Wait, what? What is going on here?
Live Yowie? That's royalty. That's royalty. Can you imagine being so powerful or wealthy that you have 2 servants and they are feeding each other steak for your amusement? They're well dressed too, which I think was Okay. I see the Fujo vision. I see it. I do. Seriously, Miranda, you have servants to chew your food for you? What? Of course not. That would be barbaric.
The servant happily swallows the Salisbury steak.
Oh, I didn't even read it as like, oh, they were chewing it for her. I immediately read it as yaoi. I did.
To be fair, I did too. I just thought, oh, okay, like these 2 servants are like into each other, but
I have servants to eat for me. They're called eating serfs. Don't you have any? First of all, no, I don't eat food. Second of all, that totally defeats the purpose of eating. Aren't you worried about starving? Why would I be? My serfs get all the calories I need to stay fit and healthy.
Enough.
Ugh, I have no objective reason to care about this, but suddenly it's all I care about. Someone convince Miranda to stop this madness. Okay, and I could choose to say, maybe you should start this madness, Liam. Imagine all the food you could take pictures of without having to eat any of it. Or I could say, but Miranda, look at all the contented smile. Look at the contented smile on that servant's face. You think he's eating for you, but secretly he's eating for himself. No, they're definitely eating for her and doing as they're told for sure. Yep. So we gotta pick that one. I'm gonna pick that one.
oh, you picked the right one.
You might have a point there. For too long, I've needlessly ordered off the cafeteria menu, leaving my food untouched even as I take the most artistic grams. I justified the wastefulness by the intense artistic merits of my photographs, but I need compromise no longer. Finally, I could have my cake and pay someone else to eat it too. Still, Miranda, this makes way less sense for someone who actually needs to eat to survive. Oh, you're just jealous of how cute my serfs are. Eat up, little guys, I'm not full yet.
Seriously, how does Miranda keep from starving to death? Do they put an IV in her while she sleeps? Whatever, she's happy.
Okay.
All right, man, this time it's going to be you, Charis.
Yeah, this time.
I have a feeling.
Oh!
Okay, yes.
Finally.
Today's your day.
It landed on black once, yes. Instead of landing on red every other spin.
Sure.
Okay. Where do I go? Well, the only place we haven't been to is the gym. But I feel like Miranda would not be at the gym. You know what I mean?
Probably, yeah, she doesn't seem like the gym type, but it might be like the kind of school where like they force all the kids to go to gym, so I don't know.
I think, you know what, for the sake of exploration, and personally, I'm willing to hear your thoughts on this as well, of course. I personally think I'm more secured in my date with Miranda than you are secured in your date with Liam. Right? And because of that, I should be taking more risks, I think, looking around different areas that are uncertain while you can make the safer choices to lock in on your character. What do you think?
I think that makes sense. I think there's probably a slight, because like I think every choice you've made so far with Miranda has been one that she's liked. I think one thing that you could explore if you wanted to is the little cat icon next to the class. I'm pretty sure that means that's where the merchant is. So if you wanted to like buy anything from her, that would be at least one possibility. But there are lots of cool things worth exploring though. So that's just one of them.
I feel like buying something. Like I have 7 money now, which is not like nothing, but it's also not a lot. And I feel like if I were to buy anything for Miranda, I wouldn't be able to afford it with 7 money. So, or maybe not for her, but even just to impress her, right? Like I couldn't get away with buying like some off-brand watch, you know? Like I'd have to roll up with the Rolex. I would, wouldn't I? Either that or nothing.
For that, you need like at least like 10 money probably.
yeah. Just at least 10 money. Which feels like a little bit of an understatement, but you know what? Let's go to the. I'm gonna go into the gym. That's what I'm doing. Okay.
That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit,
Okay, I believe that.
leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader.
Well, if I may say so myself.
You gain
plus
2
2
charm. Somebody puts a sack over your head. What? Throws you in a car. You drive for hours before they let you out and take the sack off.
I'm being kidnapped?
This is a dark twist.
Did Lalo send them?
Nice break. Or I guess that's a Better Call Saul reference, isn't it?
It's like it's both, right? Because they mention it in Breaking Bad.
Oh, right, yeah. It's clearly the first floor restroom. Miranda's sitting on a makeshift throne while her goons jump in and out of the toilet.
My date is kidnapping me? Honestly, I feel like, you know what? I'm kind of into that right now. Okay.
Greetings and
I'm
salutations.
glad you came. Of my own volition, of course. My prom queen campaign is moving on to the next stage. Your expertise is crucial for this part. Most of my inner circle are fish. Hardly helpful unless genetically engineered beyond recognition. Speaking of which, I need you to help me sneak a 3-meter-tall, heavily armed cod assassin named Tresca into the school. No reason, but if you're friends with that singing harlot Ariel, you'd best say your goodbyes. Do nothing. Every student at our school is some kind of bizarre monster, or we need a diversion release the Kraken.
This is genuinely a tough one. I don't know what I would choose in this one.
If I think even if this would lead to the outcome, the desired outcome, which is to say that like the assassin is able to successfully come into the school and nothing else happens. She would not like that. If she told me to do something, and I said, no, we don't have to do anything actually. She feels like a yes and person. You know what I mean? Which, for the purposes of a high school date, is fine, and totally not something I'll worry about.
That is a fair point. That she does seem like that type. Now that I think of it.
I'm gonna click this. We need a diversion. Release the Kraken. So, Kraken, of course, the tiny terror of the 3rd grade. I shall send word to the elementary school at once.
Soon, Kraken, an 8-year-old octopus with a shitty attitude, runs onto campus and pulls all the fire alarms. Witches melt. Vampires are trapped by running water they can't cross, and Damien's will to live is extinguished.
No, Damien.
Sorry, Damien.
Ah.
Amidst the chaos of a Caribbean crab cries out for help. Amidst the chaos, a Caribbean crab cries out for help. His mistress hangs on a hook in the middle of the hall.
Looks like that little princess is no longer part of our world.
If Miranda's this ruthless on land, you shudder to think what she's like under the sea. You gain 2 fun and 1 boldness.
All right.
Honestly, I feel like I
So
wandered
now-
into this, but I'm kind of into this character. I like this character.
she knows what she wants, and goes after it.
Yeah.
Seems like maybe that's your type. So money, okay, I only have 5 money, so not a whole lot, but otherwise I guess I'm doing pretty well in stats. I could maybe use a little more charm. Yeah, I think I've been to pretty much all of these. But I think also one thing about the merchant is that the listings kind of update. So I want to see like what she's selling.
Okay.
It's been a while. I've missed you. It's okay. You can look at my stuff. So let's see. Okay, some of it I'm too poor. Oh yeah, a bag of regular cocaine.
Bag of cocaine for $10. Okay, that's a steal.
Penguin mask. I'm not sure what you would use that for, but but it's here. Could get the sunglasses.
What would Liam be into?
PR agent.
Are we thinking about this, or are you still thinking about like some of the other characters?
I'm thinking about some of them. Well, a tampon used by the former prom queen.
Whoa.
That's
what?
for good old blood rituals. I see. Or in case
$1?
you're just a creep with unhealthy obsession. Don't even dare ask me how I got this.
I don't want to know, and I don't want to find out.
Compared to the others, it's actually not as bad a deal, Like maybe
I mean,
this is
it's
like
a bargain,
discount.
but at what cost? At what cost?
Yeah. Fake badass tattoo. Sexy fake Latin accent.
Whoa.
Well, since I need more charm, I wonder would these help me get charm? These glasses?
Maybe the glasses, but also maybe the sexy Latin accent. You know what? I feel like Liam would be into that.
Latin accent is close. True. Yeah, I think I will go for the sexy Latin accent. Yeah, who would want to save money for their college fund when you can spend it on weird stuff that's most likely useless? That's the spirit, champ. That weekend, something happened to Charis.
Okay. Something happened to me.
Sure.
Sure.
That weekend, Liam contacts you for your advice.
Oh. How do they... Are they listening to us? Isn't this like randomly decide... Oh, I guess maybe they're just giving you opportunities for the highest like affection characters you have, right?
I think so. Either that or the character that was marked as the most likely choice at the beginning.
Okay. No. You misunderstand. I don't want your advice. I want to hear you express an opinion, just to see if you're capable of forming one. See, he gets it, guys. He gets it. He understands. This is exactly how I feel. Specifically, I'd like to hear your opinion on Axion's cultural literacy. Do you think he is cultured, like an artisanal cheese, or uncultured, like milk? Axion is so cultured, he can tell the difference between theater and theater. Axion is so uncultured, he thinks a sonnet is a female son. Okay, so we know what the answer probably is, right?
I would say so, yeah. At least I'd be really surprised if the game is pulling a sneaky on us with this one.
Probably not, right? This is probably like a... So I'm confident in this answer. I think this is what I would say anyways. But what... let me ask you this. What is the difference between theater spelled T-E-R and theater spelled T-R-E?
Okay. I'd like this, yeah. So this is actually like live IRL test. I don't know if I have the complete answer, but I mean, part of it is, you can tell me if I'm wrong on this, but with the British spelling is with the R-E, and then I guess the American spelling would be the E-R. That's one thing that comes to mind. Though I think there might be more to it than that. Like, that's just the main feature that comes to my mind right now. I suppose with theater, the R-E, one way I think of that is as sometimes having like less common uses, at least in American English. Like, for example, when someone speaks of like a theater of war, I think for that I've usually seen it with the R-E spelling. But in America, like if you talk about like going to the movie theater or like going to the theater to see a play, like usually we'll use the ER.
Mm.
How about you though?
Is the theater of war thing like written by a British person? Is that why, or like, you know, is it deliberately spelled that way by an American?
I think it's deliberately spelled that way. Chat can double check me on this, and they can totally embarrass me if I'm wrong.
I don't think.
Well,
you know
except they
what? I
can't because
think
they
that
just
should-
have emojis.
That's true. Well, they can do like ticks and crosses. I've seen them do that earlier, where like
Oh,
they're
right.
like axe tick and then my face like no. So I don't know what they mean by that, but it surely isn't anything too important for me to worry about. Now then, could you tell us, the audience, what a sonnet is?
Oh, yes. So, it's a kind of poem. And if... I know that's a very general answer. It has a certain rhyme scheme. Well, there are different kinds of sonnets. So there's the Shakespearean sonnet, and then there's the Italian sonnet, also sometimes called the Petrarchan sonnet. There might even be others, but those are, I think, the two major ones, is the Shakespearean and the Italian. The Shakespearean, I believe, has 3 main stanzas and then ends with a rhyming couplet. Or it might be 2 main stanzas and then ends with a rhyming couplet. And I think the rhyme scheme is A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, and then like E, E. So for anybody who knows like poem rhyme schemes, I'm pretty sure that's it. And then, I think also it has to be in iambic pentameter for it to be like a true Shakespearean sonnet.
See, I was willing to lie for you, even if you didn't know this, but I think without a shadow of a doubt, I can say in my full heart to Liam that Axion is so cultured. He can tell the difference between theater, and he can tell you all about sonnets. He's got my full approval. He can? Ahem. I mean, so can I. I definitely heard the difference between the 2 words you just said. If you'll excuse me, I have to go find Axion now. For romantic reasons, not to ask him to explain what you said. Why would you think that? I like how the cover up is for romantic reasons.
Yeah. And I respect that, that Liam is the kind of guy who could just put that out there, and he's more open about that than about wanting to know the meanings of things. Liam hurries off on his artistic mission. Silly Liam. The difference is that theater is done by actors, whereas theater is done by actors? What? Yeah. Missing something here.
You gain +3 creativity.
Yeah, well.
And +3 confusion as well. Probably. Oh, I gained this, right? That was me answering a question. I forgot. That was.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Right.
But because
So,
you answered it so well, Liam is now like into me.
Again, it's only win-wins. This is what philosophy should be. It should be about building each other up, rather than tearing each other down. I think academia could really take a page from this. Anyway,
Agreed.
Okay. The die is cast. Max, you're next.
Now we're back to the old ways.
Yep.
All right.
Business as usual.
All right. So now that I got that fake sexy Latin accent,
Oh, right.
and my money is 0.
He would be so into that.
He probably would. Actually, I'm gonna go to the gym because I want to see if there's an interaction with Liam here, because it would be kind of funny just seeing him in a gym context.
Show me that.
Oh, oops, I forgot.
Oh.
I didn't see the cat icon there. Oh no. Okay.
Does the cat always override the location?
I think so.
Oh.
That was just my being a little bit careless.
Dang.
I can get though the gift that keeps on giving.
Well, it's $0.
Yeah. I
But
tell you what. Why
it's
don't I go
$0.
ahead and? Yeah. Like what could it be? Yeah. Let's. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and buy it.
We've got to find out. Whoa.
Christmas
What?
gun?
What?
Used to give naughty boys lead instead of. Wait, what? Bolton is 23, and now my creativity is 0.
What? What happened?
And my smarts are down to 4, and money's down. Okay, but charm and fun are still 11. So this has totally made my stats lopsided.
That is
Sure.
what? Okay, you're 23 bold now.
I'll
I
have to
probably
gain
went-
some creativity before
Yeah.
seeing Liam again.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Oh my god. I'll go to the auditorium. I think. Give that a go. That day.
That day-
Yeah.
While rehearsing for the class play, you can't help but feel that you're not as good as the role requires you to be. There doesn't seem to be any ordinary way of getting yourself there, but there might be an extraordinary way. You summon the devil, one of many, and to make a deal to enhance your creativity just a bit. You gain 2 creativity. You also lose 3 years of life as your end of the deal, but who cares? They weren't happening in game anyway. Ooh.
Wait, what do you mean they weren't happening again? What do you mean? What? Charis Euphranor is graduating 3 years earlier. You heard it here first.
Yep. You're here for a good time, not a long time. Minding your own business when Miranda comes rushing up to you, clearly distraught.
Most terrible news, friend. I have just watched the documentary Game of Thrones, and now I fear for my own royal family. I did not realize how susceptible we might be to random acts of treachery, or how often we romance our siblings. Uh-oh. The fear of regicide planted in your head. I don't want to be shot in the chest by a crossbow while sitting on the toilet. That doesn't sound proper at all. Please help me put my poor mind at ease. How can I possibly identify potential traitors in my court? I can say, just keep an eye out for the classic signs. Shifty eyes, hooded black cloaks, ordering knives in bulk. Or I could say, pretty much everybody is a traitor. Just spin a bottle and whoever it points at, kill them. Oh, this one's hard. So this is the common sense answer. But does she want to hear that? Which one does she want to hear? That's what matters more. It's not about what's correct. It's about what the girl wants to hear more.
Well, they're both pretty simple, but yeah, I'm trying to think of like which one is the simplest, because earlier she said like she likes it when things are put in simple terms, but I don't know if that really helps us decide this one, because yeah, they both seem like about the same in that regard. I mean, the one I would be most curious to see her reaction to, I guess, if I were picking, is the second one. But I feel like the first one might be the right choice. I don't know if I have any strong intuitions about it.
I feel like my intuition is if I give her like a common sense response, she wouldn't like that, because she's just not very. She seems kind of like a little intense to me. And so, you know what? I think I think this is the right answer, and I also think this is the funnier answer, so I'm gonna click this. I'm gonna click this and see what happens.
Ooh, nicely done. Miranda is so excited by your advice that she skips out on school to go try it immediately. The next day, she finds you in the hall, clearly overwhelmed.
The most wondrous, glorious news, friend. The traitor's caught. The kingdom is saved. If not for your shrewd method of detecting, I might never have discovered the treachery of Balthazar the Loyal. He raised me from an infant, tried to teach me right from wrong, never betrayed my father nor myself. The perfect cover for a traitor. I might have gone my whole life not knowing his true nature, have not the spinning bottle cut through his layers of deceit. Would you like to accompany me to the execution later? There will be popcorn.
Popcorn is very good. You try not to think too much about whether Balthazar was actually guilty. Either way, you gain 2 fun and 1 charm.
I'm looking more and more like Mario in my stats. And you have 23 boldness. I feel like if I were strategizing in this game to just get a date, I would rather have your stats. But then I would probably not go for Liam anymore, because I don't think he cares for boldness that much. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think that with mine, yeah, there's the boldness, but it can't, I guess, be too creative. It'd have to be like a really stereotypical and not very creative act of boldness. I feel like mine's the kind of character who maybe finishes the game by like getting every girl in the school pregnant, whereas yours is the one who like writes an amazing play that gets remembered for generations.
Everyone. Oh goodness. And the guys? What about the guys?
The guys
I
too.
feel like
yeah.
23 boldness would also impregnate all the men. That's just what I think.
They have special supernatural powers, so nothing's out of the realm of possibility.
Okay, there's been a hack apparently in the stream chat. Apparently, you can type your message by putting in non-English characters into your message, including like.
That is so random.
I think that's been tested with Japanese and Chinese characters, apparently. So if you just add that behind every sentence you type, you should be able to say stuff. Which is pretty cool.
So the problem is solved. We're saved.
I think. Hooray for multilingualism. Do you speak any
Final
languages,
3
Axe?
days.
All right.
French, but I guess not any languages that would have like pictographic characters that wouldn't show up in English.
So type in French
okay.
and then type in another language that would show up. I don't know why I
Okay.
asked you to do that, chat. No, not you. Sorry, I wasn't talking to you. I turned over to look at chat, like thinking you would see me turn over to look at chat. Instead. I'm sorry. What were you doing?
No, it's all right. My attention was on the game screen, so I didn't see. But
Okay.
yeah, it might work with like maybe accents over the letters, or maybe it's just it needs like kanji, for example. By the way, do you know who this girl is next to Polly on the bottom right?
I remember her being part of the coven that showed up earlier.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but I don't think we know her name. And I don't know if it's just her or she's like, her avatar is like a stand-in for like the coven.
I see. Well, since we haven't really talked to Vera yet, I think I'll go see what she's like, because in your interaction last time, I think you made Liam really like me. So I think I'm on pretty good terms with him.
Okay.
Vera's drinking her customary lunchtime scotch, because you can drink whatever the hell you want at this school. But Scott's not making it easy for her.
Bro.
Hey Vera, what you drinking?
What?
Oh wait, did we decide who voices you? I think it's me, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I'll voice both of these.
Okay. No, we did. Yeah,
Scotch.
you voiced her. Yeah.
It's been so long, it feels like years ago. Scotch. Why? Because it smells like a delicious forest fire, and I'm curious. What's it called? Scotch. Yes? No, that's what it's called. What? Scotch. Yes? No! I'm not saying your name. I'm saying the name of the drink I'm drinking. It's Scotch. It's mine? No, it's mine. Then why is it called Scotch? That's just what it's called. Oh, is it like an energy drink for Scots? I mean, it's like an energy drink for Scottish people.
Really?
Hey, I'm a Scottish person. I'm as Scottish as it's possible to be. I'm the most Scot.
He probably is, yeah.
Yeah, he's got the look down. No, God, what will it take to get you to drop this issue? Scott's not going to drop it unless you do something. So you cut in and say, so yeah, it's called Scott's, but today is opposite day, so everything that Scott's is actually Vera's. He'd probably fall for that. You're right, Scott. That drink is your birthright. Chug, 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 chug.
You have 23 boldness. I don't know if that informs your decision on the matter, but you have 23 boldness.
Yeah, I feel like the bold one is this bottom one of just being like, yeah, just like encouraging him, and I think that this top one here is more like suave and kind of the clever sort of subtle approach. But so far, I kind of I think like Scott a little bit more than Vera, so I want Scott to have the drink. Right, Scott, that drink is your birthright. Go for it, dude. Chug, chug. You don't have to tell me 5 times. Bottoms up. No, what are you doing? Stop. Okay, I just drank the whole bottle anyway. You utter twit. That scotch was brewed for King Tutankhamun himself. I had to have an adventuring archaeologist betrayed and murdered for that bottle. What? Sorry? Could you say that again? I was blackout drunk from all your scotch I drank. You're impossible. I'm impossible! Hooray! You drag Scott away to escape Vera's wrath. He spends the afternoon doing all your math homework for you. Turns out Scott's way smarter when he's blacked out.
Sure.
Me too. I didn't think I'd share something in common with Scott, but you know I do. Huh. Okay, I've got a. Who is this? This is. I know who this is, and I don't really think I want to sit at the table with that guy. Well, I guess I've got to lock in. We're gonna lock in.
You arrive at your table to find the Coven eating, and Polly and Miranda screaming.
We're under attack! Alarm! Alarm! Summon the guards!
They're using their bizarre mind powers on me. The cute doll one is my less attractive evil twin. She uses shades just like me. Clearly because the evil twin thing. We're not attacking anyone. We're eating. What do you mean, less attractive?
Disgraceful.
Lies, subterfuge.
I can feel them in my brain, making me less cool and less sexy.
Always the same with you.
Every single lunch hour. You can't allow your friends to be attacked. Quick, save them from this fiendish menace.
Joust them in Miranda's honor, drug their food. Whoa. I don't think I want to drug their food. I think I'll joust them.
You slap a colander on your head, a baking sheet on your chest, and a jousting lance under your arm.
My hero, charge! Vanquish these invaders.
We're out.
Well, hey, we don't want any trouble. We'll just move over there.
My nice
Victory! The day is saved. Oh, valiantly fought, noble champion.
Huh?
Did those 3 just disintegrate into a pile of turtles? Or am I just super high? You think that question pretty much answers itself. Nicely done, Charis. That was yet another... like, Miranda must be, like, going crazy for you right now, I feel like.
I feel like I don't know. I if I'm gonna speak from like a meta game perspective for a second, I do feel like the options are a little too predictable. I think I would have liked if the options were less obvious. Because I think if you put 2 choices and the gameplay revolves around you like having to impress the date that you're trying to woo, and one of them just mentions the date's name, I feel like it's like, you know, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know.
It's like when you're playing the visual novel and all the characters are there and they ask you, like, which of us looks the best in our swimsuit? And it just has the characters' names. Gee, I wonder which route this is going to take me down.
Yeah, right? Like, Anyways,
we
I
have
do think
another
the
random
options are funny,
selection.
though. I like that. Yeah. Random. Let's see. Whoa!
Oh, another first for Charis.
That's random. That's gotta be random. The die is cast. Week 3 evening. Wait, is this the last day
Sure.
before prom?
Ooh, yeah, I think or it might count the last day on the timeline as a day at school. I honestly don't remember, but this one could be the last day, I suppose.
So I've been to the auditorium, I've been to the class, I've been to the library. I don't think I've been outdoors. I've been to the gym and I've been to the bathroom. So I think I'm gonna go outdoors. Because I feel like I've been to all the other locations, right? Unless you wanted to go outdoors.
Well, I mean, isn't it? Does the game like block one of us from going to the same
Yes,
place?
yeah. So if I
Does the-
pick a
Oh, it
location,
does.
you can't go to the same location. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's all pretty equal to me, so I think you should go outdoors, especially since you haven't been there so far, and I think it would be kind of cool to see.
I feel
So
like Liam
if
would
that's the
be-
one that you want to go to.
Yeah, I feel like Liam would find himself in class or in the library more than he would find himself outside. Even though I feel like whichever one you pick, Liam will just end up being there because they're just. I think they're trying to put you with like the character who has high affection or something.
I think so. Yeah.
I'll just.
But still, you know, I respect the choice to play the game in a way that makes it fit with the characters and the lore, because I do that too. Like sometimes I think to myself, oh, like whatever I do, like the game will do this, but like this makes the most sense in the game's world, and it's just for the sake of immersion, you know, choosing to play that way.
I was immersing myself not just in like the game's world, but also like in like high school wingman me. I'm being thrown back to all those moments where I'm like trying to get a friend to get together with another friend and having to like set it all up and planning like, okay, here's this event, this is happening today, so 2 weeks from this we need to plan this out and set everything up so that, you know, the opportunity presents itself, and then you say this and then you do this, and then I'll secretly go to the other person and go, okay, you need to be here and you need to do. I remember doing all of that and like coordinating locations and stuff. This is a throwback. Anyway, as a monster wingman, I'm gonna go outdoors.
Oh, you got the moves! Wow.
Okay.
That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. Everything is fine until Juan, the small magical Latino cat, asks you what you think you're doing. Damn. You didn't remember you suck at dancing. But you decide to go all in and pretend it's a new dance move, apparently called the Groovy Musaka. Juan looks at you and he asks you to teach him the Groovy Musaka.
Okay.
In no time, half the party is following your steps, enjoying the Groovy Musaka all together. It's a party to remember. You gain 2 fun and a cool story to tell your grandkids someday.
Okay.
You definitely have to have like a certain level of social cred and social skills and smart to be able to pull that off, you know.
Honestly,
play
I
it
don't think
off
I would
cool, like,
in real life, so I'm just gonna happy to immerse myself in the fictional world of a video game.
You open your locker and a cloud of gas knocks you out. You come to your senses, plummeting towards Earth, rapidly approaching terminal velocity. Somebody laid a trap in your locker. You fall into the school's backyard, into the hands of Miranda's biggest goons. Your classmates don't notice.
Okay. It didn't work. None of them even noticed your glorious fall. People are so used to spectacle at the school. This slow ascension is tiresome. I need a glorious act, a grand gesture to secure my throne. Can you think of something while I flay my salmon? No more talk. We bring war. I will build a monument to you, Your Highness. It will rival the sun and the atrocities your family committed. War or a big monument?
I could see her liking both of these.
I can as well, but like, I'm wondering why they would make me choose this. Like, what would happen? If we bring war,
Or it may...
she would like that.
Yeah.
If we make a big monument to her, she would probably also like that. I don't know.
Maybe, you know what it might be? Perhaps your stats with her are so high now, she likes you so much that you've reached a point where no matter what you choose, she's gonna like it.
Ooh, okay. I like that. I like the sound of that. Thank you for hyping me up.
I'm gonna feel so bad if it all comes crashing down now.
I think she's more bloodthirsty than she is egotistic. No, she's actually that's not true. I think she's just both. If I had to pick one that I think would suit her more, no, she wants to be prom queen. A statue of her might not make her prom queen because other people might look at that and think she's conceited. But if we bring war and kill all the dissenters, then she's guaranteed to be prom queen. So we're gonna do that. Fuck!
You jump on your steed, you raise your sword, you charge valiantly into the cafeteria. Except even fish aren't dumb enough to follow you. The entire cafeteria raises spitball pens. Oh boy. I can't believe it.
Defeated by paper? What paper? You disgrace my family! Okay,
Way to
I just
go,
like
paper
through the
muncher.
game.
You lose 2 fun and 1 boldness.
What the fuck? What? How was I supposed to know? What? I thought we were killing all the dissenters.
Well, hey, Charis, remember earlier you were saying like you wanted the game to have like more difficult
You know
choices?
what? Yeah, I did.
Well,
My own words coming
Yeah,
back to
though,
bite me.
I think though actually it might because like that's the only choice you've made so far that she didn't like, so she's probably still relatively into you, I would guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, man.
That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you totally forget your lines. It's terrible. Oh no, but you don't let that get you down. You start improvising all your lines. And it's marvelous. Somehow, it enhances the pathos of the play in unexpected ways. And that's saying something, since half of your improvisation is a rap battle against your inner fears.
Ooh, I like that.
You gain 2 creativity, which puts me at 2 creativity. Okay. At least it's
Let's
something.
go.
Then you realize you're feeling like going full ghost with your blanket again. Oh, I didn't know I could use this twice.
Oh yeah, I didn't look. It's your items are all still there. I
Oh,
thought they were
right.
like consumables, but they're like. No, they're like
Okay,
permanent.
nice. Might need all my items for this next interaction. You're observing your surroundings when you spot Miranda and Damien. You're about to get closer when suddenly...
Greetings, my love.
Ooh, okay, who should voice this person?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay.
Wait, no. I think you should do because the other 2 characters I voiced in this scene. So you should
Oh,
probably do it.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. What kind of voice should I give this guy? Okay. Greetings, beautiful high schoolers. It is I, the interdimensional prince. I'm here to rescue you from your mundane existence. Just sign these marriage papers.
Not this guy again. Look. Whoa.
An underworld specter.
This again. What again? Liam, this is clearly a kick-ass powerful ghost. Look at its face, so deadpan, no expression at all.
Ooh, that's right. Yeah, ghost mode.
That's because it's not a face, it's a sheet with 2 holes cut in it. Man, I wish my face had 2 holes cut in it. That would be fucking metal. No, listen, it's not a face, it's... Ghost friend, help us! Save us from this interdimensional creep. Yeah, do something. Something ghostly.
Boo. Throw a rock at the interdimensional prince? These choices suck. What is with these choices? Okay. I think earlier yours had the problem of like having 2 plausible seeming choices, but
Yeah,
this
yeah.
has
This
the
is the
opposite problem. Like they both. Yeah.
Remember when you just all you did was say boo last time you donned the outfit and it worked like flawlessly.
Right. Which makes me think maybe they're gonna switch it up on us, you know, to trick us. Throw a rock at the interdimensional prince. Well, if we look at like how well he's dressed, he seems like the type who would be worried about like getting his clothes dirty, like from rocks hitting it.
Okay,
So
I
maybe
like
that would
yeah.
scare him.
That makes sense.
And we didn't get his reaction, I don't think, to my. So we don't know if he believes my ghost outfit. He might or he might not. But
But he'll believe the rock. He'll.
Yes. Throw a rock at the interdimensional prince. So
Ooh,
bold,
it was boldness. It was a boldness check. Okay.
because I needed more boldness, yes. Ouch! Inappropriate. The only violence I tolerate is the violence of love. When a man forces his pure love onto his non-mutual lovers.
Whoa.
What a terrible
Whoa, we gotta
thing.
get this guy out of here. Whoa. Holy shit. What the fuck? We have to kill him. We have to kill this guy.
yeah.
We gotta do more rocks. Oh my
Before I thought he
goodness.
wasn't that bad, but now like I see
All
where
right,
the other students are
grab the
coming
boulder. we gotta
That-
do this.
from. And the violence imposed by my army, usually alongside the former type of violence. I will be back for you, my young lovers. And so he retreats into his dimension.
Superb. Metal. That ghost just beat the prince with its ghost powers. He just threw a rock at him. Dude, pay attention. It clearly was a ghost rock. What's the difference between a rock and a ghost rock? Well, one's a rock and the other's a fucking ghost rock! You do realize you didn't answer my question, right? Ghost rock! Huzzah!
Yeah, throwing a rock at your problems like a champ. You gain 2 fun and 1 boldness. Ooh, the Monster Prom
Okay,
draws
okay,
near.
we're in Monster Prom. Who will you ask to prom?
Moment
You
of
know, it
truth.
didn't feel like enough time to get to know all the characters. It really did feel like I sort of stumbled onto Miranda, and then like after like maybe 2 sequences with her that were randomly decided because initially I was, well, maybe not randomly, like maybe it was decided by the personality sheet. Like they just kept putting Miranda in my events, and so I just kept choosing her options. I don't know, it feels like it was destined from the start. This fated
That's-
encounter.
Yeah. I do think that's a fair point. That's one feeling I had too as I was playing it earlier, that it's kind of hard to play this game in a way where you get like roughly equal interactions with all the students, because it kind of starts pushing like one character on you like pretty early on.
Mm-hmm. So I think I'll ask her out. Yes.
Ooh, and it doesn't tell us immediately.
Yeah, right? Ooh,
Oh,
the
it's
suspense.
Oh, that's funny. It gives me the
We
option
can
of
both
asking
ask,
Brandon.
yeah. Because I think like the idea for what makes it PvP is if there were like, I think it really works with more players. But if if we had more players and 2 or 3 people were gunning after the same love interest, then it becomes like a lot of like mudslinging, I think.
Yes.
Whereas we were playing
Which-
a more like uplifting wingman type game.
You know, that didn't even occur to me now that, yeah, especially if you had more players, during those interactions when one character asks us what we think of the other player, you could
Yeah.
like torpedo them in those interactions intentionally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for me, my only shot of having any, I
Wait,
like
is
that it gives
yourself?
you the option to ask them.
Oh.
Yeah, none
makes
of them. If I decide like, hey, I'm going by myself, or I'm not going to prom, I guess you.
Why
can-
don't they
you
let
can do
me
that
play
too.
Liam? Because if they did, I would just pick Liam as my character.
But
Interesting.
yeah, now of all these others, I think Scott has maybe the most, because he seems like he would say yes to anyone. That's just my
Mhm,
feeling about
mhm.
his personality.
You have had some positive interactions with Scott, and like you
Yeah,
have
the
24
others,
gold.
I just yeah.
But I feel
Oh,
like
yeah,
you
true,
have had
24
that
gold.
like built experience with Liam. I think Liam has viewed you positively. I've also given him my I've given him my approvals. No, what's the? I've suggested you. I've written you a letter of recommendation. There you go. That's
Oh yes, of course.
so maybe
So-
Liam would accept that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's the only realistic option, and you know, he's got kind of an endearing personality to him. So
Welcome to Liam the Liam.
let's say, ask Liam to the prom. Yes.
All right.
So here we go.
Oh, you
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the Monster Prom with you. You and me? Psh,
Oh, I'd rather go to
I'd-
prom with a
oh.
bag full of garbage as my date. No.
He's turning me down?
No.
Why?
What? Wait, that'd be so. Wait, no, hold on. This is the reversal. Hold on. This is the Master Chef reversal. This is the. Wait, that'd be so disruptive. Thanks for the insight. Enjoy embracing eternal solitude, my friend. No.
Wait, what? Is he
No, it was
accepting
a
or
double
rejecting us?
reversal. This is a double reversal. No. No, if you'll excuse me, I have a bag full of garbage to court.
Is he just like impossible to have a yes answer to? Is that a part of his character?
Are you serious?
You couldn't get a date for Monster Prom. Actually, you couldn't get a date for the rest of your life.
What the rest of your life?
This is what happened in my previous playthrough too.
What?
Some nights, alone in your bed, you wish sadness was an STD, because at least then you wouldn't be getting so much of it.
Oh, no.
This game has to strike where it hurts every time.
Sure.
Well, I hope you have
finally
better luck
plugged
than I
in-
did,
Oh,
Charis.
sorry, yeah, you're right. This is narration, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you've got a shot. I will.
Mm.
I'm lending you my energy for this one.
Mm.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the Monster Prom with you.
Oh, are you really asking me to the Monster Prom? How chivalrous and brave of you. Yes, I accept your proposal. As is customary, on prom night, I will be waiting for you at a sea dragon's cave. You should rescue me so we can attend the Monster Prom. It will be delightful.
Wow. What a magic night.
Prom night was beautiful. Oh, that's such a nice picture of like capturing the awkwardness of prom.
I like how I'm not even, like I'm actually at least 10 centimeters apart from her.
He's a hover hand type guy, you know. At several points of the evening, people broke into song, singing about what a magical night it was for the two of you. Even some forest animals appeared to join the songs. You're quite sure Miranda's family paid all those people to do that. But who cares? Still a magical night. Okay. Most likely to devour his own children to survive. Miranda most likely to die in a coup d'etat. Okay, yeah, that seems right for Miranda.
Okay. What?
Not sure why it's saying that for me. Most likely to devour his own children. Maybe it's because of the boldness. Like that would be like such a bold
maybe
act.
it's just that. Yeah.
Oh, I guess okay. Here we get the end sequence.
Yeah.
Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives.
Who's that?
After the
Who's that
Monster
character?
Prom. Which, oh, the center. Who is that?
Who are the?
I
Yeah,
have
who's
no
Who's the
idea.
one with the cap, and who's the one with the cool like? What is
Oh,
that? Is
the
that like a
eyes?
kraken head?
Yeah, maybe it's so. A few thoughts on possibilities here. It could be just extra characters they added for the sake of like making it look like a complete photo. Maybe
Mhm.
it's like I don't know if this game has DLC or
I think this game does have DLC. I've heard that there's a Monster Prom DLC, but there's also like there are different entries. There are different entries to the Monster Prom like series, right?
Okay. That's
I'm actually
yeah.
not
I know
sure.
there's like sequels to this game at the very least.
Right? Monster Prom Second Term? Is that like DLC? Yeah, Monster Prom Second Term.
Okay. You know,
Which
maybe these were
features the girl.
characters
That features the
Oh, I see.
the Kraken head character. Yeah. Ah.
It might have maybe they didn't have time to like fully add her into the initial version of the game, but like they knew that they were going to add her as DLC, so they put her in the end credits for the main game. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened. And it was wonderful. Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it.
Wait, I
Now
have a
designs
different
moment
bit of
gram
dialogue
filters.
here. I just realized.
Oh, really?
Mine says Miranda
Oh,
used her
interesting.
vast knowledge of surfs to get a job handpicking the best surfs for other people.
I didn't think it would give different dialogues for us, but you're right, it does. I
Oh.
see your dialogue now in the stream.
Unsurprisingly, she ended up leaving her surfs to do the work. And it says Liam started an iconoclastic band that broke all conventions. Wait, sorry, what does yours say?
Mine says Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs moment-gram filters.
Oh. Oh.
The iconoclastic band, though, I think fits his nature a little better.
Mm-hmm. Their latest album has been a hit. It has no songs at all. The album is actually just a banana set on fire. And be sure, Liam doesn't care if you don't get it. Okay. What does yours say?
Let's see, the next one on mine says... Okay, it's the one from Miranda. It's the same as yours earlier for about her surfs.
Maybe it's in different orders?
Yeah, but our Liam one was different. I think, yeah, it's just some of them
yeah.
are the same, some are different, and then even the same ones look like they're in different orders.
That feels confusing.
I don't know why they didn't just do the same one.
Why is this epilogue like individualized and not only that different? That is so weird. What? Okay. Maybe you just read yours.
That's cool.
then,
It
and I'll
tells
just,
you
like,
about
skip over
it.
mine.
That's cool. So I'm seeing yours now. It tells you like what happened to Vera and I guess some of the others. So
Yeah,
we get
yeah.
to see. For mine, the next one it says Damien loved fire to the very end. Unfortunately, that wasn't a super legal affair, and he ended up in prison for arson.
It's always arson.
Yep. Fortunately, prison was flammable. It says. All right, and then I think that's the end of my entries, at least for the individual students.
So for those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Okay, that was Monster Prom.
That is how it is. Charis, congratulations on getting a date to the prom. I feel like you earned this, you know.
I don't know, I feel defeated.
Why
Because
do
you
feel
didn't get a date.
Oh.
That was the whole point. That was the whole point.
It's okay. After the prom, we'll like hang out and play Mario Kart, and I'll just cry. If we could like, we can drink, and you can help console me for not getting a date.
But like it says, you not only does it doom you for prom, it doomed you for the rest of your life.
Yep.
What?
We knew it was inevitable. It was.
I mean, I guess it's consistent, but still. What the hell? Why would they do that?
I mean, it does actually. It confuses me a little bit because I don't think I had any negative interactions with Liam. I feel like I didn't interact with him all the times that I could, but of all the interactions that we did have, I think they were positive. So it's got to have like pretty strict standards for like somebody saying yes to go to prom with you in this game.
Man, I don't like that. I don't know. I actually feel so bad that like you didn't get a date because we tried so hard to do that, and it feels like we this is a co-op game and we failed. You know, that's what it feels like. Man.
Well, it's the kind of thing. It's nobody's fault. Oh, I see the picture there of you and Miranda. That's a cute picture. of you.
Yeah, right at the end there. Monster Con out now. I guess that's the DLC.
Oh
Or is
yeah,
that a new game.
So
Or is that a spin-off game? Monster Prom 4.
Yeah, I don't really know too much about what the rest of the games in the series are, but yeah, it's definitely definitely a tough one here. That when it comes to like getting people to go to prom with you. But I gotta say, given like how strict the standards apparently are, the fact that you were able to get Miranda to go with you, I think does say a lot.
Mm-hmm. How did you,
You know,
how
like-
did you
like-
find the game, actually?
I mean, definitely, I think that it has a certain creativity to it, and some of the dialogue is quite funny, so I like that. I don't think I like the fact that it seems to kind of lock you into like one particular character relatively early on. I wish that it had more of a sense of openness as you continue playing the game. So that's probably the main thing that I would, I guess, change about it if I could.
Hmm.
But,
I think
yeah, how about
initially,
you?
I think initially I also agreed with you very much on like the whole, like locking you in one character being like feeling too rushed and like sort of out of place in like a dating sim, because in a dating sim you want to get to know the characters, whereas like it feels as though you don't get to know them until you lock in on their path. But then I thought about it, I'm like, that's actually like, isn't that every dating sim though, just like deflated? Because every dating sim is like, you get a very surface level introduction to the main cast, and then you have to like decide on one character to get their route for the game, and then for like the rest of the like 70% of the game's length of your like playtime in this like particular playthrough, it's spent on that character's path. And it feels like they just kind of took that formula and shrunk it down to like a 1 hour party game. And so proportionally, I feel like it actually makes sense to push you with the character you were going for. It's just that the way that translates to real time is like you spent probably like 5 minutes talking to like some of the characters, not even all the characters, some of the characters, because we didn't really get to talk to Vera that much at all during our playthroughs, or during our both of our like play or like moments in the game. And because of that, we didn't even get the opportunity to get to know her before we were already locked in on that path. But then if we had more players, because I think maybe they designed it as a 4-player game, at that point you'd be able to see the other characters through the lens of your like friends, and maybe like even though your friends are like romancing the character, because you're so enamored by that interaction, you want to like undermine your friends' efforts, and then maybe you steal their date, and that's maybe how the game is supposed to work.
I think so. Yeah, that I think is, there's a lot of insight in that. I think that, yeah, with 4 players and sort of a competitive way of approaching it, that you could, you know, see more interactions, even if they're not your own interactions, and maybe get more of a sense of the characters that way. It also makes me think of what it would be like, and there are dating sims like this, maybe they're just not common. I don't really know too much about it, but if a dating sim were to take a different approach, and even while you are like trying to say romance a particular character, maybe it had still like a broad variety of interactions with the other characters, so that like you still got to know everyone better. I guess it's probably really tough to pull off in practice, but I think that would be really cool if a dating sim could do that.
Yeah. Would it be tough to pull off in practice? I'm thinking in practice now, like how would I redesign the game to maybe accommodate for some of our like our grievances that we have with the game. Did you feel, because I know you played this once single player, how different was this from the single player experience you had?
It was very similar, actually. Like for the single player experience, I would say if you just imagine what you just played, but like skipping forward for all my turns, then like that's the single player experience.
Are there more like dates to be had because it's now only 1 player?
If there were, it wasn't a huge difference. There might have been slightly more, but yeah, I don't remember it being like a big difference. But yeah, like in terms of, because I think that's a good question of what the game would look like if they were to have chosen a different approach for that. I think one way that they might go about it is like for each place that you go to, each interaction, if maybe it doesn't center on just like 1 or 2 students, but like let's say there's multiple options, like multiple let's say you go to the gym and you see like, oh, okay, there's 4 or 5 students here, and maybe you can click on them like if you want to have a conversation with a given one, and like maybe you're not required to have like all the conversations with any student on a given day, but like, you know, you can if you want to, and then that way maybe you could experience more interactions, you know, more quickly.
So you would click into a scenario, and rather than just being presented the characters, you're saying like it benefits from having like from there being more characters, but then you get to pick. So you couldn't like talk to all of them, but you would be still it would feel like you're still making some sort of choice, rather than just being kind of thrown into the RNG tornado.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, like you go to the gym, and then the game presents you with like, oh, Vera's over there playing volleyball, and there's Liam and Scott over there, and then down here is Polly, and then from there you can just kind of like choose like, you know, what to click, whom to click on, or like what to do.
Because I like that as well, because I feel like that way they still get to keep the, like, if you wanted one character from the beginning, you can select this character every single time, or at least there's a really good chance that you can stick with this character. Whereas right now the way the game works is like they just kind of stick. Well, they stuck Miranda in my face for like the whole game. Whereas, you know, maybe it could be like Miranda's always there as an option, but I always have an option to like pick someone else maybe.
Yeah, that's what I like to think, or that's how I like to imagine it anyway. But how about you? Were there any, I guess, particular things you were imagining that might improve it?
I don't know. I think it might be a bit too quick for me to think about how to improve the game necessarily. I feel like I enjoyed it very much, and I feel like more than I expected. I liked the characters more than I expected. I expected them all to be fairly generic characters. And indeed, they are all like somewhat stereotypical in some sense. Like they all fit like immediately identifiable tropes and archetypes. But within, it doesn't feel like a lazy rendition of those archetypes. It feels like a good exploration and like rather humorous attempt at like portraying those archetypes, like the snobbish Liam, the literal like princess Miranda, the like, even though we didn't get to see her much, like the boss bitch like Vera, the hot-headed like Damien, who's kind of dumb but also like kind of cool, the Scott, who's the big jock, who's very dumb but very nice. I feel like all the characters that we got the chance to talk to, that were like the main dateable characters, had some level of depth to their initial appealing like archetype, which is surprising given that it's a dating sim, and I look down upon these generally as as sloppy and, you know, unrefined and uninteresting character writing generally. But I actually really liked the characters here. Like I think some of the jokes landed, and some of them didn't, but there were more hits than misses. And if it was a miss, I could just move on to the next hit, is what it felt like in terms of the humor.
Yeah, I think so too. The fact that it kind of lets you choose the pace of the dialogue, I think, was a big help there. And yeah, the monster setting and the monster kind of world behind it, I think, also helped with giving them room to sort of play with the stereotypes a little bit and have some twists on them that made it not just like, oh, like these characters are like, you know, just the stereotypes and nothing more. But yeah, no, and I think it's, I liked that at the beginning. It gave us like, you know, a little quiz to kind of have a sense of, you know, what our stats might be. I feel like that was kind of a cool little twist.
Yeah. I imagine that's what adds replay value to the game as like a party game too.
Yeah, very much so.
Because I think that's what they're trying to go for. Like dating sims are very much like a one and done, like you've seen the path, okay, type of like genre, whereas like this game makes the dating mechanic is part of a party game. So even though this it's a dating sim that we played today, it feels like the dating sim is merely the mechanic for the larger game, which is a party game.
Yeah, I think so, and especially in like a party atmosphere, I could imagine some of the more difficult questions could inspire like debates and, you know, that could be as part of the draw of the game.
I don't know. I liked it. I think overall I liked it overall. I didn't like that you didn't get any dates, man. That pissed me off. That actually fucking annoys me. Because it's like, it's not only like my dear friend who, you know, wasn't able to secure a date for the game, I guess, again, but more importantly, my ego, man. I was so banking on the fact that you could do it, and I was doing everything I could in my power, and I was strategizing, and I was like, surely, as one of the best wingmen I've ever known in my life, myself, I surely could at least land Axe a date, if not several. Then, I don't know. I mean, we don't know, because maybe you could have asked someone else out and they would have said yes. We don't know. Maybe you just happened to ask Liam and he wasn't into you. But then, man. I feel like, am I
Would be nice if
sadder about this than you are? I'm gonna be honest.
maybe so. I can see it's cut to the very heart of your confidence as a wingman. But let me assure you, Charis, it was not your fault. It was not your fault at all. The kitchen cell runs strong in my character. Sometimes there's just nothing more to it than that. But yeah, I think that one thing that would be cool though is if the game, like if you played in a certain way, if the game gave you like a backup option.
Ooh, so like you asked someone on a date, and if you failed, but you had enough affection with somebody else, they would swoop in and ask you out. Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be like a secondary like win mechanic, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, or at least to make it so that if you lose on the first option, that not everything is lost and you won't be dateless for the rest of your life. Which, funnily enough, was also what the game told me the first time I played it. It gave that
I guess
same
it's
epilogue.
consistent. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Faded after all. No. I'm sad. I'm gonna like. One minor gripe I have is I forgot to go into the menu and set the music because I feel like it's really loud.
Oh. Yeah, it
I
was
didn't
loud
even
for me
think
too
that,
when I
but
played.
like I should have set that up earlier. Can I bring us back to the chat just for a little bit? I'm gonna come back to the chat right now. I'm gonna mute the game maybe. I'm gonna bring my BGM back on, and I'm gonna say that was lovely. Thank you, Axe, for playing Monster Prom.
Well, thank you,
with me.
Charis. Yeah, no, I had fun. It was a good idea for a collab.
Did you? I don't think I asked. I don't think we talked about it. But like, do you have a favorite character from this game? Having played it twice.
Yeah. Fair question. Yeah, favorite character. I do kind of. I mean, it's maybe a bad sign, but like no one's particularly standing out to me. Which is not to say like I hate the characters, but it's just I don't know if I'm like particularly drawn to any of them. I mean, I suppose if I had to pick one, I do think Polly's personality is kind of bright and like cheerful, and so maybe that kind of draws me to her a little bit. But yeah, how about you?
If I say Miranda, is that like is that an uninteresting, boring response? Because I think like something about combining the princess trope with like the horrible monarch who will commit atrocities at the drop of a dime is so endearing to me for some reason. I don't know why. I think I like all the other characters too, in that if I had to go on a date with any of the other characters, I would not have minded. Initially, I thought I would be very much like maybe similarly to you, I would either not like any of them, or I would only like one character. I'm surprised that I actually, from our limited interactions, like pretty much all of them. Like if the game put me down like the Damien path, I wouldn't have minded. If they put me down the Liam path, I would have been maybe a little weirded out, but I wouldn't have minded. If they put me on like Vera or Polly, as like I wouldn't have minded as well. Like I think I would have really enjoyed them too.
Yeah. I think, yeah, like the only character I guess I really didn't like was maybe like the interdimensional prince, but other than that, yeah, the merchant at the shop, we didn't really get to see her character much, but she seemed pretty cool. But yeah, I think that Miranda is definitely a respectable choice.
Is it respectable? I don't know, man. She's horrible. She's a horrible person, which is why I love her. Is like the response, right?
Well, the heart has its reasons that reason knows not.
Have you ever played like a different dating sim that's not like Monster Prom?
Yeah, that's a good question. What other dating sims have I played? It's not, as some of you, I guess, from chat won't be surprised to know, it's not a game category I feel like I'm very good at or have much experience in, but like nothing really comes to mind right now. Because like all the ones that you've played on stream, like the Five Hearts Under One Roof and so on, like those were games that I just really wasn't.
It's not
familiar
honestly.
with
That's
before
not a
watching.
great example of the genre, or maybe it is. Maybe
Oh, okay.
my hesitance to say anything positive about Five Hearts Under One Roof is maybe the reason why it's a great representation of the genre. Maybe.
I think that might have been one of the first streams I ever saw from you was some dating sim along those lines. I think that was my introduction to you, I'm pretty sure. It was back in the days when I was like searching philosopher VTuber to see like, are there any other philosopher VTubers? And I saw
It was that
there's
game.
Charis
No.
Euphranor, and he's playing this dating sim game that has like he's talking to all these girls and it's an FMV thing, and yeah. I was like, okay, I'm kind of intrigued now.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, I don't know why you decided to stay, but you know what? I think that's good. I think I'll take that as a compliment. I think. Someone says Damien being voiced. Sorry, Hannah says Damien being voiced by Name Wants to Battle greater than sign. That is cool, and I agree. Greater than sign. That's true. And she also says Miranda is a vanilla choice. That is incorrect. Miranda is not a vanilla choice. None of these characters are vanilla choices, save maybe for Scott. But because Scott, I feel like, is so vanilla, he's not even vanilla anymore. Like, I actually like him as a character. I don't think I would want to date him in the Monster Prom, but I would understand why someone would. So you're wrong. Sorry, I just needed to get that out of my system. I needed to say that someone was wrong in chat. Sorry. I was being too positive today. Today was such a positive, nice, uplifting stream. I need to go back to being mean to people. Oh. Do you have?
I don't know. I think sometimes,
sorry.
Charis, maybe you're a little too hard on yourself. Are you really that mean to your viewers?
I know I'm not mean enough. That's what I know.
Okay, I take that back. You are pretty mean.
If you like, I don't know if this is even like a sensible question to ask, really. And I would love if you would maybe dissect the question from like and get to the roots of maybe misconceptions or some things that I might be assuming that might otherwise be like, a fair assumption to make. But do you have an archetype of a character you would enjoy that might be in this game or may not be in this game?
Archetype of a character I enjoy. I think the
Like romantic.
character. Okay, yeah, I think the character I'm most drawn to probably actually mirrors my IRL preferences pretty well, which is someone who's kind of quiet and thoughtful and maybe a bit of an outsider in some ways. They're sort of on the periphery, but not because they like hate others or anything like that, but just because their mind is so occupied with whatever important projects they're working on, and the other characters kind of know that about them and respect that about them and look up to them, but they at the same time know like, oh yeah, like this person is sort of a loner, sort of an outsider, but like they have, a heart of gold, and if you get to know them, they're really friendly. I think that kind of person is the one that I really like.
Well, you heard it here first, fangirls, or not. I don't know if you heard it here first, but you heard it here.
It sounds like for your type, maybe it's someone who has kind of a twist to them, perhaps, like with Miranda combining like the princess and the warlord, and that being kind of an unexpected twist. Am I correct in assuming that, or would you describe your preferences differently?
I think I would like. I think a twist certainly. I think it's certainly in like in media that tends to be what I gravitate towards, is like characters with maybe not so much a twist. Like it doesn't have to be a complete subversion, but just something that makes them more interesting than what they seem like on the surface is what I gravitate towards as like characters who are interesting to me. I feel like it deviates slightly from my, well, shall we say, IRL preferences, where I don't think that's necessarily the case in real life. And I feel like, and that's why I asked you the question, wondering if you would like kind of maybe not attack the question, but question the question, because I feel as though that's only a thing in fiction, like where I'm like, oh, there's like a type of character, or like there's a trope of a character, or oh, I'm in, like when people ask you, oh, what, you know, what are your preferences, what type of girl are you into, right, or whatever, or guy, you know, depends on who's asking, but like when that happens, I can give them like a good fictional answer maybe, but like in real life I feel like that's just not, like I can't really, I think it's just inconceivable to me that someone in my real life who I would develop feelings for has to be like someone who's a specific trope, or maybe not has to be, but I would gravitate more towards someone with superficial like features, at least features that to me seem superficial.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have a type in real life. I
okay,
share experiences with people, and then that's like, and then you grow fond of them. Isn't that how that works? But like in a game, you can't, because they're not real, right? What do you think?
Well, okay, but I wonder though, even like in real life, true, perhaps like a certain level of familiarity is required for those feelings to develop, but presumably for some people you meet, you can develop that familiarity without developing the feelings, whereas other people might have a certain nature such that if you do develop the familiarity, the feelings will more likely arise, let's say. I suppose one way we could put the question is like, what, if anything, is that nature that makes those, you know, feelings of affection more likely to arise upon becoming familiar with the person? And it might well be, maybe there is no answer to that. Maybe your preferences IRL are just too complicated to summarize in such a simple form as saying like you have a type, whereas when it comes to games, maybe things are simpler there, and so like perhaps it does make sense to speak of types there, where even if it doesn't IRL.
Okay, interesting, because that's always been a question that stumped me. I've always been asked like, what's your type, you know, what are you into, and I have to like, and every time I give that answer, I make it up. It's just it's something that's completely not true. And it's just like, sometimes it's also like, it's just me taking random traits from like the last person I had a crush on or something, and just saying those traits, but like knowing deep down, it's like, that's not, like, I don't actually think this is a real thing. Have you ever been asked what your type is, and like, what has your response been maybe?
I'm not sure if anybody has ever asked me that question. Which maybe says more about me than about them. Maybe they just see me and says, oh, Axion, he doesn't seem like the kind of person to have a type. Or maybe it's just because they know, just from knowing me, they know that my type is like the quiet loner type who like sits and reads and thinks a lot. Maybe they don't even have to ask.
Tia knows. Tia's just like, yeah, so Axe's type is a female version of himself, figures.
That's exactly, yeah, that's a wonderful way of putting it. I would totally date the female version of myself.
I feel like I might date the female version of myself within the myriad of possibilities, but like I wouldn't, but then it wouldn't be I wouldn't, like if it were a lineup of prom characters, as in if I'm playing Monster Prom and one of the characters is Liam, I like Liam, he's probably like my third option. Because he reminds me a little too much of myself. I can't. He's a little too like. It's got that other person has to be like a little different, you know. And I think those differences make for an interesting conversation. Like, it can't be so different so as to share no like common ground and interest. But I find that when you interact with anyone in this world, that there's always something that, you know, there's always common ground. There's always common ground.
Seems right. Yeah, there's always something you can identify with or agree with someone else, just with the way the world works. So it sounds like if somebody made an exact clone of you, you would find that a little too strange or unnerving or unsettling. And yeah, or I can see that too, I suppose. Well, I guess if it were the female version, maybe it wouldn't be like an exact clone, but otherwise like maximally similar. And
I do
think
wonder
it-
that.
yeah,
I do think of that.
I
Like,
could see that.
would if it were like just a say like a female cloned version of both of us cishet guys, right? Like, do you like how similar could that person actually be? Because I live my life and my own experiences, and a lot of that is informed by the fact that I'm a guy with like no gender dysphoria to boot. So it's like I'm just a dude. But then what would like someone who's grown up all her life as a girl who has also has, you know, probably no dysphoria whatsoever be like? Would they be any different? I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose the way I think of the thought experiment is imagining them as the same in all traits except for being female and everything that follows from being female. But I guess it's a little vague, maybe what we count as following from.
Right? Because I feel like
But,
there would be a lot of things that would follow from, you know, being a woman that would make me a different person.
So if it's different enough, maybe you would date this person. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe. I was gonna say, like, if I were a woman, I'd be angrier. I'm not like in the sense that, like, I feel like I'd have more shit to be angry about that I right now don't have to worry about. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I've ever had to worry about being catcalled or whatever. I don't know. I'd be so much more annoyed at shit around me. Whereas now I'm like, I feel as though I'm annoyed enough already that I become annoying. But then at the end of the day, maybe like it's impossible to predict what you would do in an alternate scenario because you would never be in that alternate scenario because it's an alternate scenario. I don't know.
Yeah, these are tough questions. But at the very least, I could say for me, even if there was a bit of strangeness involved at first in getting to know someone who is maximally similar to me, except for, you know, some quality that's changed, whether as in this case being female, I think I would get used to it over time. I think maybe the strangeness would just be kind of that initial impression. But of course, I never have met anyone like that, so it's possible that I'm mistaken here. Just have to try to imagine it as best as I can.
Have you ever met anyone that's even remotely similar to who you are?
I mean, remotely similar, I suppose I would.
Maybe not remotely is a
say,
very
yeah.
strong word. Like someone who's like, someone who could pretend to be you for a little bit.
Oh. Yeah.
That
could,
might also happen to be a
effectively
woman. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I have. Have you? Or for yourself, that is?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so either. And I wonder if that's like me saying that because I'm too unique and I'm and I'm one of a kind and no one could be anything like me, I say, right? Like, and then it's the gif of like Buzz Lightyear in the box zooming out. All the other Buzz Lightyears.
Well,
Like,
but
is that-
I think in your case though, I don't think it would be just mere conceit. In your saying that, I think it would be true.
Mhm. Right.
You know?
So like no one could ever. Do you think no one could ever meet anyone that's similar enough to them they could imitate them? I don't know. Some people are really similar.
Well, yeah. Some people are.
Yeah.
I think that it works for some people, but I
Hmm.
I think for you though, I think like you have enough about you that's distinctive to where I think it would be very difficult, perhaps impossible, for someone else to affect. Like if somebody else like they were to like go to your house IRL one day and just like lock you up, and then like one of your streams was about to start, so then they get at the computer and start using your model. I feel like chat would very quickly know that it wasn't.
Wait
It
a
wasn't the real
minute.
Charis Euphranor. It was just an
They'd start
imposter.
being really nice to chat. They were like, "What's going on? What? What happened? What happened to this? What happened to my streamer?" Interesting. Interesting. I don't know how to feel about that, but I like what you said. Oh. Are you gonna play more dating sims in the future? Is that a plan you have?
I hadn't really thought much about it, but now that you ask, maybe I should. I've noticed you seem to be a pretty big fan of or at least playing them on stream. So tell me, Charis, what's your experience with them been like? Are these
Oh god.
are these really the
Help me.
are these
get me
such great
out.
games to stream that you just can't resist them?
Oh, please let this be over, please, God. I think I might actually take the horror month over this. No, I think like I think they've got a lot more depth than I initially gave them credit for. Some games, like Monster Prom, is I think one of the best dating sims I've played in terms of like one of the most well written ones. Maybe not the best, but most well written. Because I would say, for example, something as insane as like 5 Hearts Under One Roof is extremely like it's very poorly written, and but not in a way that's like boring. It's poorly written in a way that's like it's nonsensical, and it's not romantic. It's not like I don't feel any sort of affection for the characters, but it's so outlandish and it's so ridiculous, and it is capable of not taking itself too seriously, that it ends up being a fun game to just play and cringe at with like maybe with other people with chat, right? And so I don't know if that would be a game that I would say is worth your time more than like a genuinely engaging romantic like simulation. Is it a simulation of romance, or is it like an imitation or an approximation, or is it actually romance itself? If I boot up like maybe not Higurashi, what's the game I played where the girl I ended up like with was like a blind girl who really liked tea. I forget.
Don't know if I saw that stream.
Katawa Shoujo, yeah.
Oh.
Where I actually thought, like, initially I was like, this is gonna be a terrible game, or at least it's gonna be a very mediocre game because it's got the generic anime art style, and apparently it was written by like people from 4chan. I was like, okay, this cannot be like any good, right? But then like I played it, and then 12 hours in the game, I was like, this is actually really good. This is actually really well written. I'm surprised by how good this is, and most importantly, I'm surprised by how it moved my heart like a little bit, which I didn't think was possible. So
Sometimes 4chan surprises you,
So you know what? I guess what I'll say is I would recommend that whatever romantic game you end up playing, you end up streaming as well, so we can all watch you do it.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, because I do think there is a lot of, and like from seeing your streams of them and how it's been kind of like a fun experience forever, like all of chat and you getting to sort of play these and laugh at them, but also like experience the occasional, perhaps unexpected moments where it actually does have sort of an emotional impact. I can see that being something that is really a cool thing to run on stream. And so yeah, I might have to give that more consideration now that you've mentioned it.
Okay. I'm just trying to drag someone down into this hole with me, as well as I sink further and further into like dating sim games. Like, please, anyone else? Please, I have to talk to somebody who plays these games and doesn't like them but plays them anyways for content, please.
Yeah, don't worry, Charis. You'll never have to enjoy dating sims alone again.
Tia says, Axe, Charis, and I are all so unique that if our type is clones of ourselves, then we'll all be forever single. Hint, hint. Yeah, I like that. I think that makes sense to me. But my clone wouldn't be single. No, no, we wouldn't be. I wouldn't date my clone, but my clone and I would both be very, very successful. Actually, that's not true. Yeah. What do you think, Axe?
Yeah, I guess since it's a clone of you who's so similar to me, I guess we could make a lot of inferences on what they would be like, and that includes things about like whether they would be single or not. And it might be, to me, there's something tragic, but also a bit poetic, a bit beautiful in the thought of your clone being forever single, and the two of you maybe knowing each other, but just like not particularly feeling like ever meeting each other. But you know, then you just kind of live out your lives separately, and then that's that. So, sorry, what was the? I feel like I got lost for a moment in that imagining that. What was the original question?
Like if you're like if you had a clone, you would both be single. Is what Tia said.
Oh,
sorry, no. Sorry, if your type was your clone.
Mm-hmm.
I misread the question. Wait, I misread the question. If my type was my clone, no, I wouldn't. I don't know. I would be able to expand my horizons. I don't have a type. It's not real.
Yeah, I think that if my type was a clone, I think she'd probably be dating someone, even if it wasn't me. But
you think she would be more successful than you are?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I think so too, but I think she'd be sadder.
Ooh.
I think the
maybe,
female clone
so.
of me would be more successful, even more successful, and you know that's saying a lot, right? Even more successful in her romantic life than I am, but she'd probably have to go through more bullshit.
Be a hard-earned success.
Life. Yeah. That's how I feel. You know what? I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know.
Yeah.
Or maybe
this does
we
create
will.
some great possibilities for fan art, though.
Ooh. Yes, it does. And I think maybe we'll find out on Saturday when we ponder many things, among them Mario Party Superstars. Mario Party Superstars. That's what we're playing. Mario Party Superstars. The three of us, me, you, and Tia, on Tia's channel, I think. On Civilized, then we will have polite discussions about in various topics that will only serve to enlighten the viewers and all that. Yep. You guys are not engaging with my points. Tia types in all caps. No. Sorry, Tia, your point is if we were into people exactly like us, we would be single because we wouldn't be able to find someone like that. I think that's like I feel like someone like me exists out there. It's just I probably would not find them. Because they would probably have like no subscribers as well. It would be hard.
But something tells me though, maybe they would find out about you from seeing one of your streams and thinking,
oh God, I hope not.
This person is like me. It'd be the 5 hearts under one roof stream.
Oh my God! Imagine that person actually found me, but it was through 5 hearts under one roof. They're like, "Who the fuck is this guy? I'm not watching this." And they clicks away, and that's it. That's the end of like the star-crossed interaction for the rest of history. Oh my God!
That's also an intriguing thought. Is for two people who might be so well suited to one another, but tragically, it turns out their first interaction, one person was behaving uncharacteristically or doing something that was not like super flattering, and then it just ends up being the relationship they could have had now is gone forever.
That's extra.
But
I like
everyone's
to think anxiety.
Oh no. In your case, though, I think if the other person truly were on the same wavelength as you, I think she for any moment from any of your streams, I think she would understand and appreciate it.
She might. Thank you. Yes. Likewise the same, but that seems like a lazy answer, even though I actually just completely agree with you. So
Oh, thanks. Well,
likewise, I think anyone who were anything like you, who would be into you, would immediately recognize it from any of your streams as well. I think, yeah, I think it'd be obvious.
with the possible exception of me failing to get a date twice in Monster Prom, she saw that. She might think, oh, this guy's a loser.
I think she would gravitate. I think she would be like, he's just like me for real, for real. I think that's what she would think.
Because maybe the same kind of thing would have happened to her.
Yeah. Maybe she had actually bought Monster Prom years ago and played it and failed 2 dates. Was like, this game sucks. And then years later saw it on her recommended again and went like, okay, yeah, I should like, I'll watch someone else do it. And then saw you fail it as well and went, oh my God, a kindred soul.
That just might make it all worth it, losing in the game if it were to be the start of a beautiful relationship IRL.
Thank you. Sorry, I just saw the thank you for the super chat, Magic.
Yeah.
Thank you and then your message is me being pelted by tomatoes. Okay, thank you. I don't know what that was in response to. That could have been any one of the 5 things I said. But thank you for the super chat. Tia says, more context. My husband isn't someone I would have liked on paper and wasn't my type at the time. You don't always know what works for you. I'm inclined entirely to agree. Like, you could never actually know what type you're into, and when you think you do, life might just show up with someone who's just not that at all, but is also someone that you realize you're into.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I don't know if I have strong feelings about that, but I can see how it does seem plausible to me that, yeah, for many people at least, the sense of just knowing someone on paper, knowing someone from a distance, or some general features or properties of them isn't really enough to know if you might feel love for that person.
Okay. Blue ice cubes. I noticed you earlier. I didn't really say that because we were like kind of in the midst of the discussion. But I saw your comment. You said Charis is actually spitting fire right now. I just want to say I notice you and I recognize you and I appreciate you for recognizing my brilliance. Thank you. With that, I want to come into maybe like any, I guess, final thoughts of the stream, Max, that you may have.
Well, just that although it ended in defeat for me once more, having you here, Charis, to help hype me up made it that was what made me able to get through it. I think if it weren't for that, it would have been so much more tragic. But it's kind of like, like a sports game where like it's a big game and you really try and you lose the match, but along the way you look back and you think, oh, maybe the true sports ball was like the friends that we made, and the memories that we'll keep in our hearts. That's the feeling that I have right now.
Oh man, is it bittersweet? Is it bitter? What is it?
Bittersweet, I'd say. Which I imagine is how it would be in real life too. Like let's say in real life, if I were trying to get a certain girl or a certain person, just like anyone, to go out with me, and one of my friends was helping me, he was being my wingman, and suppose that it failed in the end, and like not for his fault or for anyone's fault, but just like we both gave it our best shot and it didn't end up working out. But along the way, like if I became much better friends with him and like we made like a lot of good fun memories of like trying to get this girl to go out with me, I could see that being kind of like looking back on all, it wouldn't be just sadness for being rejected. There would also be those very positive elements.
It really is the friends we made along the way.
Yeah,
I like that. You know what?
What about you though?
Any thoughts
Any thoughts that you're feeling right now or thinking?
I don't know. I too, in the other direction, think that it was about the friends we made along the way. Like I don't think I liked the character Miranda, and I'm sure Charis, the character in the game, was really happy to get with her, but he also is probably but he's also devastated that like the friendship, like the mutual support between him and his best friend at date night, you know, Axe couldn't get a date as well, and he's like, you know, there's within that victory of like being able to score a date, he feels a little bit of that sting of defeat from his friend not being able to get that. And he realized, you know, as he's going out with Miranda at the beach or whatever, he's like, man, something about this feels a little empty and hollow, you know, like something about this is just not perfect. It's good, it's great, but it's just not everything, you know. And I feel like that's what Charis feels right now.
It's like that meme of the two lying in bed, and the woman's thinking, I bet he's thinking about other women right now. And for your character, it's Axion wasn't able to get a prom date. Oh no.
No. Oh. Thank you. What a wonderful thought. I think that it would. And with that, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, chat, for adapting to the circumstances and communicating in hieroglyphics, I guess. It's instead of typing in words and then finding out like maybe like 2/3 of the way through the stream that you can actually type, you just have to put a different language at the end, and then doing that instead and adapting. You know what? Well done. Quick thinking. Yeah, chat just got fixed actually. Like right as we're ending stream is when chat gets fixed. Just
I do have to say though, like I was really impressed by the creative emoji use in the start.
I was, even though half of them were threats and half of them I perceived as threats. Nonetheless, I must applaud the creativity of it all. So well done.
Some of them were outright degenerate, but at least it was creative degeneracy.
Axe approved debauchery. Well done, everyone. Good job. All right. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, everyone, and thank you the people, the monsters at Monster Prom. Maybe thank them. I don't know if I want to thank them actually. I don't feel like they did anything for us. It was really just, it was all of our efforts really. So
Yeah.
goodbye.
Bye everyone.
Yeah, say bye. Hold on, it's the bye screen. You gotta say bye now.
Oh, okay. Bye everybody.